Well, you can see behind me, I'm in the bowels of the Meadowlands. No longer MetLife Stadium. It's the bowels of the Meadowlands, which no one shows up because you know what? This team fucking sucks rocks. And not in a good way. 16-13 loss, and it wasn't even that close. Literally, the Vikings were like, hey, what could we do to keep the Giants in this game? Brian Flores showed why he is probably one of the best defensive coordinators and potentially one of the best head coaching candidates that still has not had an opportunity outside of that one shot in Miami, that he needs to be back in the NFL leading an organization. For all the people that are like, hey, Jackson Dart, they didn't let him do anything. He didn't throw till 4 minutes in the first. They didn't let, and I love this because it's the analytical minds of a segment of the fan base that just have no football intelligence whatsoever. Did you ever figure the fact that maybe the Giants knew that Brian Flores was going to do everything to confuse, befuddle, and throw the kitchen sink at Jackson Dart and keep him in the pocket, eliminate his ability to move from side to side and make him an NFL pocket passer? Dear Lord, what a crazy fucking idea. That's what happens. The league figures it out. I gotta give big props to
Stupid Giant Twitter posts.
Bobby Skinner, the man that got fired from Talking Giants, and we'll just say it like it is, who basically said that that Jackson Dart was this good under Brian Daboll and this bad under Mike Kafka. Did you ever think the fact that the league is just adjusting? Teams are looking at the fact that we see Jackson Dart's throwing charts and say, okay, the guy can't throw anything beyond 10 yards. Do we ever think that the NFL teams are smart? No, because we don't. Because when we look at all the charts, we see a lot of white when it goes past 10. There's a reason and rationale from that, because he's not a pocket passer. He doesn't have the full understanding. Oh, and don't forget, this show is brought to you by the Mighty FanDuel and the Believe Network. Proud sponsors of Mighty FanDuel. FanDuel had the Giants at 2.5 point home dogs. We're going to talk about FanDuel in a minute because I got to check the Raider line. I'm literally afraid to check the Raider line. And I'm going to say this again. You make Jackson Dart a pocket passer. You make him be an NFL quarterback instead of a high school quarterback who likes to improvise. You take a look at the fact that Ole Miss improved by 2 games, won a game in the college football playoffs, and has got better when Jackson Dart left. And you take a look at Colorado, how Colorado basically fell off the fucking planet when Shador left. Which organization or which team is about a player and which team is about a system? Kayvon Thibodeau finally put on the IR, thank God. And I love how fans are still like, well, we have this core nucleus of players, and they list these players, and I'm like, garbage. The biggest problem is not even outside the organization, but also in our fan base. It's the over-evaluation of every piece of talent this organization has, because we are just so bad. When you're this bad, you just over-evaluate everything that you have. You're like, oh, shit, we're hard. So you know what we're going to do? Every player that we bring, Tyler Nubin, Drew Phillips. And I love it because they look at the Drew Phillips interception. But when you look at the touchdown, who was the trailer on that play? Oh, it wasn't Dane Belton for a chance. It was Drew Phillips. I'm sorry, it was Tyler Nubin. On the big pass play to Jefferson, who did he throw it over? Oh, number 22. He threw it over 22. Oh, he threw it over Drew Phillips. Tay Banks needs a change of scenery. Corey Black should not even be in the NFL. We have no linebackers. We have no ability to stop the run. We have no talent on this team. How Joe Schoen still has a job, I have no fucking clue. I went on early today because it's also the holiday. And I just wanted to, I just was hoping that Joe Schoen would be fired by like noon and I'd be online already. Can we just, I got to give one quick shout out though.
Malik Willis. Right in the
Oh, I love it. I loved watching him play. I love the calmness. I love the confidence. I loved what he did against Detroit. That even Matt LaFleur says it should never have come down to that bad snap off a guy who barely gets any reps, even with the scout team because of Jordan Love. All the pundits are saying, hey, listen, this guy is not a backup quarterback. This guy is a starting NFL quarterback. He is too good. Tom Brady, he is too good to be a backup quarterback. There's at least 5 teams that are going to vie for his services next draft. He is going to be the stud that we all knew, that some of us knew he was going to be. And there's just certain players out there that certain fans out there who just can't fucking deal with it. Usually the racist ones. But you know what? We love it. It's nice to see him succeed. It's nice to see him finally get the opportunity, get the chance. He's got a shoulder injury potentially after that big hit the last play of the fourth quarter. They don't know if Love is going to be able to play. So Green Bay could have Tommy Toon. B. Will is right. Every quarterback we pass on is balling. I love the haters on Twitter because they were all talking about, well, I always love because Malik Willis is the one thing that everyone harps on. That's the one thing everyone says, well, you got Malik Willis wrong. I could get 4,978 things right. But I got Malik. They're like, you got Malik Willis wrong.
God damn. Only in America.
Only in America. Jared says, Willis was good, man. Gotta admit, he's been good ever since he's been in Green Bay. He has more wins and less starts than Jackson Dart. But we don't want to talk about that. What is this about Mr. Esquire? What are you saying here? Hey, Tim, ESPN's Louis Riddick said the Giants shouldn't draft Mendoza because they don't know what he'll be. They know what Jackson Dart is. I'm starting to believe these sports analysts don't know anything. We've talked about this before with Mendoza. Mendoza runs a pro-style offense in Indiana. You want to have an idea of the pro-style concepts that he runs and the pro-style concepts he could run in the NFL, it's extremely easy to just go watch the Indiana film. That's it. You want to say, can he make this throw in the NFL? Well, he ran this pro concept at Indiana. Oh, yeah, he makes that throw. We have no idea what Jackson Dart is because Jackson Dart is this guy that he's not an NFL quarterback. I feel so bad for you guys, but I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here in February, so I feel bad for you guys that you think a certain segment of the fan base thinks he's this guy, but I keep seeing, welcome to hell, motherfucker! You're going to have 5 more years of another Daniel Jones, and you're not going to see it. What's up, GF? What's up, pimp? It's all good, brother. I got my pimp juice. Talking about my pimp juice. Your pimp juice, my pimp juice. We got the pimp juice. Got the Nick power. Got the soul power. Got my brother left side in the chat. The Giants suck horribly. What else could be going on in this world? I mean, this team is just so bad. And everyone's like, well, the commissioner's been at the last 2 Giant home games. So that means the league's going to step in. No. I love the New York Times article. Is Jackson Dart regressing or are the Giants quarterback's recent struggles just growing rookie pains? It's easy to fucking figure out. When you sit there and you watch this guy, he doesn't run an NFL offense. Brian Flores is like, I'm just going to cut off his running lanes and I'm going to keep him within and I've said this before about certain quarterbacks. Said about Daniel Jones. Keep a 5-yard pocket. Create a 5-yard bubble and make him play from that bubble. You don't need to they did get 5 sacks. You don't need to get the sack. Make the 5-yard bubble and make him be an NFL quarterback because he's not. And I don't know if it's at his fault. I don't know if it's Brian Daboll's fault. I don't know if it's the organization's fault. I don't know if it's Mike Kafka's fault. I don't know if the fact that he's just not what he is, what people think he is. And the Giants will sit there and we will continuously tell you that this is the guy when once again, we're just putting ourselves in this organizational conundrum where
some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I'm getting my sound effect fix in because I'm not going to be able to do my sound effects anymore in February. So I want to make sure I get it. But he is a guy that they just figured out. Hey, Brian Flores. Exotic schemes make Dart look very confused. As a rookie making his 10th start, I love it. It wasn't, and I love it because then you have to justify. Well, it wasn't as bad as batting 0.0 passer rating at 37-14 loss to the Baltimore Ravens in his 4th career start. This guy was 7 for 13 for 33 yards. And I know, because once again, there was a drop, but no team in the NFL has to worry about any other drops. He also had 7 yards, rushing yards on 2 carries. Why? Because they collapsed the pocket. They kept him in a bubble. It's not that difficult to figure out how to beat Jackson Dart. If I go to the mighty FanDuel.com, the #1 sportsbook in America, don't forget FanDuel.com. New customers bet $5, you get $250 in bonus bets if you win. Let's go. And also game responsibly. Let's go to the FanDuel Sportsbook right now. I'm going to say the Giants are 1.5 dogs. That's what I'm going to say right now. And we're going to go to the NFL. I'm already there because I already have the NFL pulled up. We're going to go to games. We're going to go to Giants. Where are the Giants? So we are the football Giants. The Giants are 1.5 point dogs against the fucking Raiders. We are so bad, I don't see us winning another game. And we're going to sit there with the first overall pick. We are going to have a quarterback sitting in front of us. And we're going to just be like, no. And I love it because people are like, well, we are going to get this haul for these picks. Okay, well, here's the problem. If you have Joe Schoen making these picks, what has Joe Schoen done to give you any confidence that he could take any of these picks and make them into anything? Because anything that he takes with that are magic beans, they all fucking die on the vine. There's one guy that we need to get. There's one guy we need to go after.
Mendoza!
Thank you, McBain. That's what we need to get. We need to get Mendoza. Admit the mistake. Take a 2 and a 5 or a 2 and a 4. Where did I say? Trade him to Cleveland. Trade him to where? Trade him to the Raiders. Petro, I forget, what is the name of your giant Twitter thing handle? Because you have a great you've had some great posts and it's giant something. Put your Twitter handle, X handle, Y handle, whatever the fuck it's called. Put it in the chat because hardcore NY hardcore, great thing to follow. Go to X, follow NYG hardcore. Great comments, great insight. Petro's been on the show before. It's some his posts are well thought out. They are giant, all giant related, but they're well thought out giant posts. It's not like these morons that we see that have a mic, present company excluded, that don't know anything about fucking football. Go there now, right now. Oh wait, no, don't go there now because we got to talk giant football. Do we take Mendoza? Yeah. If you are so horrid, okay, would I rather have the 6-something scrambling quarterback who's got a kind of a Raggedy Ann arm who can't complete the great post. Hold on. Let me go to the post. Let me go to Hardcore Giants right now. I'm going to go to X, and I'm going to Hardcore Giants, NYG Hardcore, and I'm going to read something to you because this will tell you why. Here we go. He doesn't have all the access to all my charts, but that's okay. All right, let's go. You did a great post. Where is that great post you did about Jackson Dart and the throwing charts? I don't know where they went now. Now I don't know where it went. Great, man. I'm building you up, and I can't find the fucking post. It's the professionalism that you guys are going to miss. It's the professionalism. I know. Let me see if I can find the post. Here we go. Concussions. At least he didn't go in the tent. I guess that's a fucking bright spot. It didn't go in the tent. I don't know where your post went, Hardcore Giants. The one that you did, you broke down the charts. I don't know where it went. Where did that post go? That was a great post. That was a great post. Where do we go here? I'm trying to see if I can find it now. I probably should just have you send it to me. I should just give you my fucking telephone number. You can fucking text it to me. I love someone's like, you curse too much. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. That's what I say to that. I don't know. All right, Hardcore Giant, where'd that post go? You had a great post. Petro, where'd your post go? I put it in the chat, sir. Where did you put it in the chat? No, you can't put posts in the chat. Only I could. You know what you need to do? Send me a private comment. Go to the thing and go to private chat and put send it a private chat because I want to read your post because it literally breaks down everything I've been saying. How Jackson Dart between you have 0 to 10, it's more like -2 to 8. He's like 70%. And then if he goes from like 10 to 20, his passing percentage drops to 40%. And anything over 20 yards, he's at 20%. Because he's not an NFL quality quarterback that sits in the pocket. There's really nothing else to say. And you look at Mendoza, yeah, you're taking a risk and you're taking a shot, but the kid is a 6'5" pocket QB, cerebral, graduate of Cal. So he's intelligent. And he understands football, and he reads defenses. He's got more than enough arm strength. I've heard scouts say, look at his Cal film more than his Indiana film because he's got arm strength plus. They're saying you can add more bulk to his frame, and he's already not a scrambling quarterback, but he is a quarterback that understands how to move in the pocket, and he's not a statue. He's a guy at 6'5" that can move and can see the entire field. Coach D says running the game was nice, but where was the play action? Where was the screen game? Where was the adjustments on the blitz? Where was the deep shot? Where was the pass to one-on-ones on the blitz? I'm going to tell you where it was. You have wide receivers that people overhyped. Wan'Dale Robinson, Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyde, all these players were overhyped by Giant fans. Here's the biggest issue with that. They're not good. Brian Flores understands that. Brian Flores says, I can take Byron Murphy Jr. and I can go one-on-one with guys. I could bring that extra man on the blitz, and I can take an extra man, park him in the middle of the field. I will give you the run. This is what people don't get. Coach Dave, and I know you get it. I will give you the run. I will give that to you. But I'm going to take away everything that Jackson Dart allegedly does well by stymieing him and keeping him in the pocket. That's what I'm going to do. That's it. That's the smart way. That's the smart way to play this kid. And Brian Flores, like a maestro, understood that beautifully. Brian's big problem. So if they lose the next 2 games, that's back-to-back seasons, getting the franchise record with 10 last SNY, probably 11. Yep, you're probably right. His losses in a row. Coach Dave says, am I asking too much for asking for a full game plan? Can Dart even run? Here's the thing. I don't know if Dart can run a full game plan. You're right. But yeah, yesterday he didn't look good in the scripted plays. First 15 plays are always scripted. Most NFL offense coordinators. And they're practiced. Jackson Dart's usually fine in those first 15. And this is what happens, and this is what Giant fans all miss. that after the 15, which usually takes you towards the end of the first, you don't see anything from Jackson Dart really till like the fourth quarter. Everything in between is mush. It's when either the game is out of hand and we're getting garbage touchdowns, or there's a defensive breakdown that he does anything until the fourth quarter. I think you're right, Coach T. We can't even throw a slant when the corners play off. No, we can't. I saw that. Evan's like, fire Joe Schoen. Oh, Mexican Mike says, dead franchise. 13 net passing yards. Yes, you have to take away the sacks. So yes. So with the sacks and everything else, it is 13 passing yards. We had 13, but don't worry, this kid's the future. We're going back to the future. We are going back. Where's that clip? We are going back to the future. We're going back to Daniel Jones. Oh my God. I should have had the Back to the Future clip. That would have been awesome if I had that.
Next Saturday night, we're sending you back to the future.
All back with Daniel Jones. Todd says they're going to let him fuck up another draft. They'll probably keep Kafka as well. If they kept Kafka, I can't say I would leave if they kept Kafka because I'm already leaving. But yes, someone DM'd me the other day. If the Giants fire Brian, they did. If the Giants fire Joe Schoen, draft Mendoza. Well, I should rephrase that. If the Giants fire Joe Schoen, come up with a football. Excuse me. And I love it now. This is the other thing that really pisses me off. Hey, listen, other content creators, take your thumbs out your asses, because I have been saying get a president of football operations since week 2. All of a sudden now it's like, we should get a president of football operations. What does that fucking mean? Please explain to me what that means, because you don't know. You don't understand, but explain it to us. I'd love to have someone on, because I want someone to fucking explain to me what a president of football operations does. I know. But they see that someone, they're like, they need a president of football operations. Okay, what does he do with the general manager? I don't know, but like and subscribe. NYG5. I wish the Knicks didn't suck ass my entire adult life so I could actually like watching basketball in my formative years. Then I could have something. You could have the Knicks now. You got the Knicks now, brother. Brunson with 47 cooking last night. Cooking against the Heat. 20-8. You got Tyler, man. And I made fine. Listen. I'm going to be perfectly honest about Tyler Kolek. I'm going to be perfectly honest about Tyler. Since last year and parts of this year, when he comes into the game, I have to admit, I am one of the fans sitting there yelling, white guy, white guy. But I got to give Tyler his props now. Didn't have a great game yesterday, but he's got 6 points. He's facilitating. He got some rebounds. I think he was a plus 16. Nice win from the Knicks after that bounce back loss to Philadelphia. Forget Giannis. Don't make that fucking trade. Can't unsee he throws the ball like a javelin. I'm sorry. I know I've screwed that up for people. It was funny. I was getting so many DMs on X, and they're like, he throws it like a javelin. I'm like, yeah, I've been saying that since, I don't know, the combine. No, I'm sorry, man. I really am sorry. But Evan says they want to make him a pocket passer, but he's not a pocket passer. That's the thing. As much as you want to make him a pocket passer, as much as people think that he needs to be a pocket passer, he's not a pocket passer. And I wish I could tell you he was, but he's not. He's not even close to one. Again, the Eagles solved him in 2 weeks. They did. The Eagles figured it out. They figured it out. Muzz says, I read that Joe Schoen was blocked from entering MetLife yesterday. Anyone else confirm that? No, he was at MetLife. He was at MetLife. I saw him. He was there. Carolina run defense was way better without Burns. Brian Burns is literally sitting there at his locker. Here's you know what? Hold on. We're gonna do a let's see if I can do a wait, do I have that one? Oh wait, I do have that one. Hold on. We're going to do a impression of Brian Burns. Let's see here. Where I go here, I go to here, visual effects. I go to I don't have it. Okay, well, we're going to go with, here we go. We're going to go with Brian Burns sitting by his locker. This is all I got right now. Brian Burns sitting by his locker right now after the game. Fuck. I wish I was a Panther. How much bad luck do you have as Brian Burns? Well, let's have some Christmas. Let's go to the old Meadowlands, have some Christmas. How bad is Brian Burns sitting there like, damn, man, I wish I was a fucking Panther. I wish I was a Panther. Jared said, "In big dart, I'm a big dart believer, but no way around it. That was the worst game as a pro. Rough to watch. Another vintage Slayton game." You can be, Jared, a dart supporter, and I always tell people that you should always stick with your convictions. And if you think dart's the man, and then you think dart's the man. I'm just saying this from my football perspective. Watching for 40 plus years, watching all the Giant quarterbacks, going back to Craig Morton and Joe Pisarcik and Scott Bruner and Jeff Rutledge and early Phil Simms and Kent Graham and Danny Cannell and Kerry Collins and Dave Brown and Eli Manning and Tommy DeVito and Tyrod Taylor and everyone else. Daniel Jones. I don't see it. I truly do not see an NFL quarterback. And I love it because I talk to my brother James all the time, James Williams, and I say to James, I always love it because I always say to James the same thing. I'm trying to like him. I'm trying to sit there and say, oh, this is Daniel Jones all over again. I'm sitting there trying. I'm trying to say, yeah, okay, he could be an NFL quarterback. But I see all the pitfalls. All you old timers will get that. But I see the pitfalls. I see the suspectedness of his game. And when you're dazzled by glitz and glamour and you're not seeing the actual person hitting the like button, hit the like button. When you're not seeing the actual meat of the substance and there is no substance. You know what I love though? So the chain. He's got the chain. Everyone's like, it means a lot because it's from a sister and this and that. Really, because it got broken yesterday and he just took it and whipped it at the sideline. Meant a lot to him. Just throwing it out there. Do we take Mendoza? Yes. Okay, next question. I'm still just thinking about that Malik Willis game again yesterday. All he does is in Green Bay just go in there. And again, once again, to all the Malik Willis haters.
Fuck you!
So now that I'm right about Malik Willis, what do you got? What do you got now that I've been wrong about? Because I love it. What do you got now? What's in your arsenal now? Because that's my hater go-to. The people that hate me, that's their go-to thing. Well, you got Malik Willis wrong. Okay, well, he's about to get fucking paid. He is about to get more in a 4-year contract than you're going to see your entire lifetime as an NFL quarterback. What do you got now? Oh, no, we suck again. I'm just going to keep playing sound effects today. Because I'm going to miss playing sound effects. I'm going to care. You can do it!
Oh, no! We suck again!
Todd says, I'm sick of fans saying, wait till he gets Neighbors back. Then, you know what kills me? Here's what kills me about Jackson Dart already. And it literally makes me cringe. We need to get him weapons. He'll be good once we get weapons around him. I thought that's why we got Wando Robinson. I thought that's why we got Theo Johnson. I thought that's why we drafted the other tight ends. I thought that's why people thought Darius Slayton should come back. I thought that's why Jalen Hyatt was supposed to be good. I'm very confused. I'm very confused. But it's the Daniel Jones syndrome. Once we get weapons. And then I love the people with Daniel Jones. They're like, well, look how Daniel Jones went over there and look how he succeeded. Well, Daniel Jones did fine against no competition when Jonathan Taylor was running for 150 yards. As soon as teams bottled up Jonathan Taylor like 50 yards and he put the ball in Daniel Jones' hand, it was fumble, interception, fumble, everything we'd already seen before. McCarthy actually looks solid, but he's made a glass man. I don't like McCarthy either. Joe needs to go. He does. We already got to the Wilson. Man, gotta admit it. Retarded franchise that's going to keep Dart and keep sucking for the next 5 years again. Yes. And we should rephrase that. You should not be using the phrase retarded because that offends retarded people. So, sorry. And also, it's just bad to say because, yeah. We're going to only hire coaches who like Dart, like what? That's the other problem. Hey, what's up, Kareem, my brother? That's the other thing that gets me. It's the whole Daniel Jones. If you keep Joe Schoen, it's the Daniel Jones scenario over again. You have to think that Jackson Dart's an NFL quarterback. You have to think you can make an NFL quarterback out of Daniel Jones. And that limits everything. I have the Giant Stadium. This is when it was Giant Stadium. I love Giants. This is when it was Giant Stadium. I took this picture 84, 85. I don't remember. Kareem, what's up, my brother? We got to hit that. There's Big James. Hit that like button. The whole Grams' whole narrative of Giants organizations ruined the quarterback is so weak. How about they never had a franchise quarterback to begin with? They just hyped to by biased, desperate Giant fans. Yes, you're right. You are 100%. You are 1,000% right. The Giants sit there. I've told the story a million times. I'm in the car. I'm listening to ESPN radio, and they said a surprise team is going to take Daniel Jones in the top 10. Stay tuned for after this message. And I'm sitting there in the car going, please don't be the Giants. Please don't be the Giants. Please don't be the Giants. And they come back in. Well, the New York Giants look like they're going to select Daniel Jones 6th overall. I was like, oh, we are so fucking stupid. I remember that to this day. And I said the same thing with Jackson Dart. Please don't trade up for Jackson Dart. Please don't trade up for Jackson. And then they traded for Jackson Dart. Zach attack with Super Chat. All Super Chats go to the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. Dart looks like for running lanes all the time. Now look at May and Williams for the last season. Shows improvement and Dart keeps showing regression. To all the Giant fans that made fun of Caleb Williams because of the painted nails and because he was crying on the sidelines after that loss at USC, his last game at USC, which tells me that certain segment of Giant fans never played the game, never understood what it's like to work from something from Pop Warner to college and then just have it end because you never had the ability or the bravado or just the guts to go out and strap on a helmet. But you could sit there and make fun of a guy because you think he's crying because, he lost. He worked from, and other quarterbacks have done it too. He worked for that since Pop Warner and it ended. Yeah, he's going to the pros, but everything that he worked for all those years just ended in college. And everyone wanted to make fun of him for that. And he said that's not going to make him a good quarterback. He is going to be a top 5 quarterback next year. I think he's a top 10 quarterback now, but he's going to be a top 5 quarterback next year, Caleb Williams. Same with Drake May. I still think Drake May is a better version of Daniel Jones, but he's learning to read defenses. He's doing everything he needs to do well. I'm not a big fan of Mike Vrabel, but he's learning within a system, and he is proving that he can do things. Brian's Big Blue Podcast. Yo, Tim, what's up? Everything's going up, my brother. NYGST said, Dart is so good. I've never seen he can play in the league. No, you have to trade the first overall pick to get a haul. We wouldn't be able to trade Dart for picks. You're right. Vinny G says if we get a new GM, he might take Mendoza at 1. Hope to God that he does. What's up, my brother? The best play from the quarterback was getting knocked upside his head twice. Oh, I love you, man. You know I love you. Let's see. Dart is going to start. Winston is the backup. Archie is the third string quarterback. Clipboard material. You have to fire Joe Schoen before the draft. Guys just love burning money. DM me with your phone number and I can text you the link if you like. I'll do that later. Peter all says, I don't know how to do the private chat. I'm a 25-year-old boomer. You go to the button that says private chat and you click on that and you send me a chat. if you're on whatever it's called. Dart is too small. He can't see over the line. When he's running around the backfield, he misses wide open Slayton in the end zone. When he was running around, because he can't see, draft the big hombre. Why not? Guys, hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. Please. James, are you at work? I'd like to talk to James a second. I'd like to talk to you. I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat. James, if you're at work, come on. Or Kareem, come on. Or anyone else that comes on want to come on. But if you're at, I want to talk to you a minute about this team. I'll put the link in the chat. Dart is Tommy DeVito 2.0. I think he has more talent than Tommy DeVito. No, Jones at least has an arm. No, Jones does not. Jones had an arm his rookie season. What happened? And it wasn't a great arm, but he could still go deep. What happened to Jones's arm after his rookie season is a conundrum. I really have no clue. What does Dart have in common? This is an easy 2 wins as a rookie. For the first time in years, we can make a direct quarterback comparison. Kafka can't run his full offense with Dart. You're not wrong. I'd like to say that you're wrong. Oh, there's my water. I'd like to say that you're wrong, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And if you want to get into it, I got something to tell you. I got something to say. We're going to put this dream in motion. Nothing's going to get in our way when the going gets tough. Sorry, I just see Billy Ocean. And you're not Billy Ocean, but I don't say your name because I don't know if you want me to say your real name because I know what your real name is, but you're not Billy Ocean. I'll move any mountains, darling. I can do anything. Ooh, ooh, when I touch you. Do the things that lovers do. Jones was better than Dart. Dart had better coaching. No, Pat Shurmur was the perfect coach for Daniel Jones. I would have been curious of Daniel Jones's progression under Shurmur. Daniel Jones was a half-field read, single read quarterback thrown to a spot that first year under Shurmur because Shurmur was trying to create success. But Shurmur has known to be a quarterback coach, so I would be curious. I'll send it here. Here we go. Here is the completion percentages for Jackson Dart. It should be -2 to 8. 80.43%. When he goes 10 to 20 yards, it's 47.8.3. 20 plus, he's at 26%. That's everything you need to know. President of Football Operations would act like the owner. Well, yes and no. No. President of no. He doesn't act like the owner. No. We're not going to get into that today. That should be a video. Are we the Jet like by dumping Dart after a year? Who held on to Jaden Drones for 6 years, man? Seems hasty. Here's the problem. Are we giant? No, Sam Darnold. I have to give full credit to Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, and everything else with the Jets. After 3 years, they knew they weren't the fit for the Jets, and they got rid of them. We sat there and clung to hope, and we made the Jets look good. Mara is the problem. I agree. Thomas Perez says, can you smell what the Dart is cooking? It smells like the Hudson. Well, the good news is he doesn't know where the fucking beach is. He doesn't know there's a beach. He doesn't know there's an ocean near New York. That's our quarterback. Vinny G says, thanks for the laughs, Tim. Real fans needed happy holiday. You know what? You know, Vinny, I love you, brother. I just hope everyone comes in and just has a good time. There's always morons that want to be stupid. But I just hope when you come in and we just have fun and we get a couple laughs. You know, I always tell people this is man stuff. You know, we rib each other. We say bad things. We say naughty words to each other. I know the metrosexual Gen Z XYQs don't fucking get that. This is what men do. We sit there, we drink beer, we throw cans at each other, we walk around like we're kings of the forest or the jungle. We have bravado, but it's all in good fun. And if you don't get it, fuck you. Dart wore his sister's coat at the party. Oh my God. Jackson Dart in his wardrobe. Very out of place. Okay. Good example. Thursday night, I went to see the melodious sounds of CeCe Winan, who is a Christian gospel singer who did a holiday show in Philadelphia. And she's one of my wife's favorite singers because my wife is into Christian music and stuff like that. And so I took her because I thought it'd be nice. So we're going down towards Philadelphia, and not the greatest section in the world. So anyone that knows who CeCe Winan is, she happens to be black. She's a black gospel singer. So, like Jackson Dart on the podium, I stood out like a bad Where's Waldo, like I always do everywhere I freaking go. And it's just hilarious. I'm talking to James Williams from the lobby at one point, and I'm like, yeah, I stick out a little bit. So just a little bit. So yeah, at the podium, Jackson Dart is, I don't know. Dart has been given a handful of nails and a screwdriver by a trash staff. Now build a house. Do we take the vice president of players personnel? Well, you know what's funny? We talked about Joe. We've talked about him coming over from the Packers, who has done such a great job of building that organization. Really has. And we did a whole we did a whole I don't want to say video, but we did a whole thing on John Eric Sullivan. He's the vice president of player personnel. To me, he started as an intern, went as a regional scout, then became he was an area scout, a regional scout, then he ran the whole scouting department. Then he is basically, if you take a look at the way the Packers is built, he helped build that team through the fucking draft. And that's what the Giants need to do. He'd be the perfect general manager, but I think Giants aren't smart enough to do it, because I don't think he would want to sit there and take Jackson Dart. Had the weapons talk is the Jones talk all over. I know it hurts my head. We need weapons. It's lethal weapon all out. We need Martin Riggs. Where's Roger Murtaugh? No. Know who we need to bring back?
Bringing you the smooth sounds of Kenny G. 72 million. Not worth it, as you can plainly see.
And I love it because that was, I made that sound effect the same day they signed Kenny G. Alberto says, if you keep Joe Schoen, you will keep Dart. If you fire Joe Schoen, the new general manager will draft Mendoza. Do you agree? No. I wish I did. I do not know how meddling Mara is. As a former season ticket holder, because I took off my auto renew, I don't know how meddling Mara is. I don't know if Mara says to the next general manager, you have to build this team around Jackson Dart, or if they get smart and say, no, you don't have to. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Dart is good. Richard. Okay, Richard, tell me what's good. Explain to me, as a NFL scout would, what is good about Jackson Dart that makes you feel that he is going to be an NFL quarterback? Hey, I should rephrase that. He's going to, because Clayton Tune is an NFL quarterback. He actually started a game, but he is going to be a successful NFL quarterback. Go. We'll wait. Coach D says, if I was a coach looking at that for a head coaching job, I'd love Dart as well, because he's going to get you fired. McCarthy and Dart are the same players, just have inverted numbers. Good point. Richard says, you're almost as incompetent as the two giant goofball shits. Two giant shitballs. Wow, Richard, that's real. Oh my God, that cut me to the quick. Did you chat GPT that? Did it take you that long to figure that out? Because I think it did. Richard, I'm going to say something to you, and it's out of love.
Mom, more Hot Pockets.
Repeating the mistakes of forcing the quarterback on the head coach, GM will keep this in dark. Yeah, we'll be in the dark ages forever. You're right. We will be in the dark ages for a long time. But I would go off on Richard, but it's the holiday, and I'm very holiday oriented. I would go off on Richard, but I don't want to make him cry. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'll decide whether I want to go off on Richard yet. Oh, we know we're going down to Funky Town. They want to give the 5 gift memberships, New York Giants Straight Talk online Big Blue memberships from the Funky Town, also known as Big Don. So make sure you all give Big Don a holiday thank you and a holiday cheer. Big Don, I assume my keychain is going to be showing up soon. The one that you showed me yesterday. I just want to bring that up. Dart does look cool with the headband look. Yeah, Jim McMahon. Oh, Richard. Richard. You are a fucking moron wrapped in a riddle who knows nothing about it. You know what, Richard? Sorry, pal.
Get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Take your little shrivel up dick. Get the fuck out of here because you are too stupid to even be dumb. You don't know fucking football. You don't know anything about NFL quarterbacks. And the fact that you would come on here and want to start an argument, want me to yell at you? Fine, I will fucking yell at you. You are the problem with this fan base. You have zero football intelligence. You live in your mom's basement. You never seen a pussy, so you don't even know what it's like. So you know what? Go back and date your left and your right. Have yourself a Merry fucking Christmas. Hope you get football 101 as a present because you need it because you haven't learned the sport. And the problem is this, you are the issue with this fan base because we are always voted the most stupidest fan base in the world because of fucking morons like you. Enjoy it. Merry Christmas. Fuck off. And happy holidays. Okay, so where were we? Ask me what's up, my brother. Analysts and Giant team is like trying to find a diamond in a pile of shit. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. How the fuck did we almost screw up again? The first one was again, but we still got a couple more games to do it. Oh, I saw OGR Sports. I missed it. Oh, here's OGR. Did like the big deal everyone made about Roger Goodell being at the game yesterday, thinking that the NFL is going to place a GM with the Giants like George Young. We all know OGR, and I think OGR is just saying that to make me upset. We all know the Giants did not force George Young on the Giants. We know this. We've heard the stories. After the miracle of the Meadowlands, after Herm Edwards stopped running into the end zone, Wellington Mara went to Pete Rozelle and says, what good young executive is out there that we could hire to help turn this franchise around? And they recommended Baltimore's George Young. I don't think he was at Baltimore. I don't remember. That's what happened. We all know that, but I think OGR is just trying to piss me off. Strider, what's up, brother? Dart and DJ 2 wins. Wow. Oh, eliminated half the field. Yeah. Oz says, I would select Mendoza and make Dart his backup. You know, the problem is this with that. Here's a little bit of this. Here's a little bit of that. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem I have with that. You can't, because you can't have 2 first-round picks at the quarterback position when this team has so many needs. You need to just trade Dart, get assets, draft Mendoza. But your offensive line right now is not great, but it's good enough for a rookie quarterback. And I think Mendoza can be one of those rookie quarterbacks that excels. Coach D said, Bad Dog says Dart is having a better rookie season than Daniel Jones. DJ throws 24 touchdowns. I know. We're going to leave Bad Dog alone because it's the holiday. It's the holiday season. We're going to leave Bad Dog alone because I think that he's suffering from giant fatigue. And I think he's also suffering from the fact that he's got to work with Chris. Hey-oh. How the fuck did we almost screw up getting the first? We'll screw it up, don't worry. Why are people acting like Jones was good? I don't know, Jake, thank you. Could you explain that one to me? OGR, are you out there? Because you just pissed me off. Yeah. Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast? Analyzing the Giants team is like trying to find. I like that one. I like that comment. I think that's my favorite ones. Here he is. Oh my God. It's the holiday season and the grand coming to town.
He's already here. He's in Jersey.
Fix your hat. Get your shit together here. Are you at work?
Trying to. No, I'm on my way. I don't really have time to waste to talk about this garbage team. I just wanted to come on to talk to my brother real quick, I seen he was streaming early. Obviously, there's a couple of days left to Christmas, so I have a lot of.
I want to get this shit out of the way so I can enjoy the rest of the next 4 days.
Yeah. So obviously, you see how I'm dressed. I got to go take care of the kitties because Black Grinch loves the kitties. You know, we appreciate the holidays, and we, you know, shout out to everybody out there. Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, everything.
I would just like to point out, since Mrs. OB&B and I have gone to MSG, we are now 5-0.
Oh, good. Maybe you can remind Kat that it's okay to score.
I do take blame for the Philadelphia loss because we were supposed to go, but we couldn't go because we were going to go on Sunday. So I mean, I have to take a little bit of blame for that loss.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say we did lose to Philly. But if you weren't there, then it's all good.
I told you I was going to go, but then I was like, no, because we're going to go on Sunday. So I can't go. You know how expensive it is to go? I got to take a train. I got to drive. It's a lot going on. Hold on. I got James. I got to bring Big Don in because Big Don's working as well. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's goody, fellas? Happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho. We almost got ho just today. It's a great time. And not yesterday, the other day. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
You have to deliver all the wine to all the Giant fans.
Yes, we need that.
Say, that's how the Cowboy fans are feeling right now.
Yeah,
it is not pretty.
Cowboys are just in the same boat. Giants, Eagles. Hard Knocks is when, guys? Tonight? No, Tuesday.
Oh yeah, great. Tomorrow.
'Cause I can't wait to see after the big speech of "I love you, man. I love you guys. You know, we're going to win. We're going to go out and compete."
Compete. What's compete? What is that? Compete? What is that?
I still remember this day, and it was 3 years ago, being in the Giant locker room, and this was Brian Daboll when everything started losing. There's a sign on the door that said, "Winning begins at home." And I will never forget that to this day. I have a picture of it somewhere because I always think of that because I'm like, what do we have? 1 home win in 2 years?
Oh, good. Yeah, that's right. That is pitiful.
Hey, listen, I got to get ready to go, but I just want to say real quick, the last 2 Heisman winners were Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. And even Bryce Young beat Baker Mayfield, another Heisman winner, yesterday. So the real reason why some of you don't want to take Mendoza is because he's Mendoza. And that's all I'm going to say.
Because
I love y'all.
His last name is Mendoza.
His last name is Mendoza. Yes, I know. And he's going to be having some pineal and beans on Christmas, and some of you don't approve of that. It's very weird.
I have to tell you a story about that type of color issue with that Mrs. Online Big Blue brought up to me yesterday. And as we're driving home, she brought up to me, "You'll love it." It's she goes, right. "Don't tell James." I said, "Well, I have to tell James now."
All right. Well, let me run, take care of the kids, man. I love y'all. Everybody stay safe. You know what I'm saying, Big Tim? Brother, I see you over there. Go Buckeyes. Stop hiding from the camera. All right. See y'all later.
All right, brother, man. Call me when you get a chance. I know you're busy.
Yeah, I'll call you later.
All right, man. All right, we got to break the slider.
What up?
You got a giant lanyard?
All right, I got to go, guys.
No, it's a giant scarf.
Oh, my God. Don, when are you going to be online?
Tonight.
All right, well, Matt, the kid's home all week for the next 14 days. So I'm going to be.
So level 24 finally.
Yeah, so I'm going to be I'm going to be I'm going to be online.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
I'll be there. I'm going to be there tonight.
Good, because we got lots of things to accomplish with you being such a low level.
That's what she said. All right, brother. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
Where you been, man? Slider, where you been?
Busy with work and been busy with work.
Been busy with work. That's not an excuse.
But I'm off this whole week, so Christmas, so not a lot of schools are open, so I'm just chilling now, and I finally get to come on one of your streams. Ugh.
So you have the giant lanyard on, and I give you full credit for that.
It's not a lanyard. It's more like a beanie or whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
it's a beanie. I thought it was a
But
lanyard.
yeah, it's not a lanyard.
Oh, there you go. There you
Oh
go.
wait, I
But
do
you-
have a lanyard. My keys.
Yeah, that is a
Forgot about
lanyard.
that.
That is
It
called
is,
a
it is,
lanyard.
it is, it is. I totally forgot I had that on.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. Tell me something good. We saw everything that's going on. We've seen this Giants. We've seen the potential for Jackson Dart to be Daniel Jones 2.0. Tell me something good going into the last 2 games of this season.
Well,
It's almost over.
Abdul Carter's starting to wake up, but better late, but it's late, but at least he's doing something. But it's still sad how every game, it's been the whole season. Giants have a shot, Giants blow it, offense and defense. Like, I just want it to end and then see what happens in the offseason, because
I just wanted to stop.
yeah, I just wanted to stop. And, I hope to God, like, for a miracle. I know it's a bad look. The Giants ownership got to consider getting a new GM, because that one press conference I saw, that looked like Judge when he got blown out by the Chargers or the Bears, and Joe Schoen did not look good. So I was like, yeah, he's got to go too. Like, I know what ownership said, but I'm really hoping for a miracle where they just tell Joe, you got to go.
I understand the question.
Bad. I was like,
yeah, but I understand the question, but I take no responsibility.
did it look like he was having a meltdown?
He kind of did look like he was.
I'm watching. I'm like, this is like a meltdown. Yeah, I was like, oh,
It did.
Man, it's bad.
I'm just watching Micah Parsons say that Malik Willis is a freaking baller, and how they're going to lose him next season. How bad it's going to be for Green Bay. Sorry. Sorry, I've stopped talking about the Giants. I got other things to talk about.
I was against Mike McCarthy, but you brought up some good points, and if the Giants want to hire him, I mean, he's won at least, right? He's at least made the playoffs.
He went 11-5,
like,
3
first I was like,
seasons in a row. He went 11-5, 3 seasons in a row. He won 36-15, won two divisions, and made the playoffs 3 times. Yes, he only has 1 playoff win in those 3 years, but he still won 36 games in 3 years.
Yeah, and in playoffs he's a 500 record, right?
Yes, he has a 500 record, but he does have a Super Bowl win. He made Aaron Rodgers, helped make Aaron Rodgers, and then he helped put Dak Prescott on a different level.
So I'll be open to that. I don't know who else is a good candidate. Like, I guess I'm also starting to open to the fact, like, maybe an unexperienced head coach doesn't work, even though I kind of like the Seahawks offensive coordinator, but I don't know how he'll do as his first time.
People think that he's going to be a Ben Johnson. I think Ben Johnson,
but I just like how he's.
I think Ben Johnson was put in a much better situation. Ben Johnson was put in a ready-made team that could win, and Caleb Williams took it to a different level. But Ben Johnson the head coach before Ben Johnson was a fucking idiot. He was a moron. And anyone that knows football history, and if you don't, look up Les Steckel, 1-year coach of the Minnesota Vikings after Bud Grant left. He reminds me of Les Steckel. So anyone that wants to go look that up, a little bit of NFL history, go do that. That's what that guy reminded me of. Ben Johnson came into a situation where Ryan Poles had built a team through the draft, through free agency, and now he is building it he is continuously built. And I'm not going to lie, anyone can go back and watch the videos. I wanted Ryan Poles as the general manager over Joe Schoen. I thought him and Eric Bieniemy would have been a good combination coming in to be the head coach and the general manager if you wanted to do a double organizational thing.
I did too when he was still with the Chiefs, because, like, I remember he was part of the Chiefs' success. he also helped fix the Chiefs' offensive line issues.
He did
when they got the Super Bowls and stuff. And I'm all like, okay, but when we got Shane, I was okay with that because he was young, but he just year after year, it got worse. And
he got worse.
When we made the playoffs, we had Gittleman guys.
You're right. Hold on, we got the philosopher. Drop some knowledge, my brother.
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on, bro? What you doing?
Well, I'm big chilling, man. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody's in good health. There. Yes, sir. But I watched the game yesterday, and the first thing I thought at the end of the game, after I watched everything and thought about it, was like, damn, how can we not have an offense or a quarterback that can beat cover 2? It's been so long. It's like, can we just beat cover 2?
You can't read defenses.
They can't. And they kept it so simple. They kept it really simple. Like they just kept dropping coverage on the cover 2 and keeping everything in front of them because we don't got any receivers that could beat anybody vertically outside of Slayton, but he can't catch.
Somebody weeks ago said this. I don't remember who. He's a dashing gentleman, probably. I think he likes the Knicks and he wears a Knicks hat with a gold headset. I think someone mentioned that years ago. Things that you need to do to beat Jackson Dart, and it wasn't that. And Philadelphia figured it out immediately. Philadelphia, second game in Philadelphia, figures out was like, just keep everything in front of him. Don't let him out of the pocket. Contain. He can't read defense as well. And I love it because, to your point, some giant content creators like, well, it was all the exoticness of the packages that Brian Flores had. I didn't really see it.
He did nothing special.
No. I saw very
his exotic
game plan.
Yeah.
They did a lot of disguising.
Blitz. He didn't really blitz that much, did he?
No, they did a lot of disguising. They made it look like it would be man, or like there'd be like a 6-man blitz, 5-man blitz, but they'd only drop 4 and do cover 2.
But that's not exotic. That's what every team does.
Oh, I never said it was exotic.
Yep.
That's true. I'm sorry. I should not have put words in your mouth. I do apologize for that. But that's what every team does, and that's just called being. If you are a cerebral quarterback, and I'm going to get to the band super chat in a minute. If you are a cerebral quarterback and understand how to read defenses, if you see an all-out blitz and then all of a sudden they drop 2 into coverage, you should automatically understand and read the fact that, okay, I only got a 4-man rush and I got 5 men on the line. I should have the opportunity to look downfield and not panic.
But he panics. He panics.
And when he can't run and he can't improvise, then everything just goes to shit.
Yeah. Well, it also went to shit when Andrew Thomas got hurt. Like it just got worse.
It got worse. It was already shit when Andrew Thomas was still in the game.
That is true.
It's not like Andrew Thomas left the game and it wasn't already shitty. Let's get to the super chat real quick from the band. Saying all super chats go to the Philadelphia Children's Hospital. This organization keeps Joe Schoen through 2026. I'm done watching. No games, no money spent. The team won't improve until fans stop accepting status quo. As always, happy holidays, Tim. You're right. And I think seeing fans not show up the last couple of weeks outside of Minnesota Viking fans is what they need. I haven't gone in weeks. I don't plan on it. I went one game was 2 weeks ago. I went to the Harlem Globetrotters instead. This week I went to the Knicks. There's other things to do in the New York City area than watch this garbage. And watch this garbage be the same thing over and over again. And the band is right. How literally, guys, one of you two who are very intelligent people, explain to me how Mara's edict was you have to be better than last season. We can potentially be worse than last season. How do you keep Joe Schoen?
You don't.
I know that, but I know you don't. I know that, but how do you do it organizationally?
I don't know, but I'd like to tell Joe Schoen up front, like, oh, that's so cute. You're looking for a head coach. Get your ass out of here, man. You don't belong here. Like, I know, but he shouldn't be GM. He's got to go.
And
tell him straight out.
Here's my other problem, though. You already come out and said you're having Joe Schoen look for a head coach. How do you
admit that you made a mistake?
How do you fire him then? How do you sit there and say, you know what? We made a mistake by making him start looking at head coaches and calling people about the head coaching job. Then
I heard
we're going to fire him.
I heard a couple things about the Giants head coach search. Allegedly, the front runner is Freeman from Indy. Although I don't like that, but that's what I'm hearing.
I don't want him.
No, I'm not down with that.
I don't want him. No. Especially what he's fine, but he's not. I don't want a college coach. No.
I agree. He's too young.
Like
and he
someone
hasn't
who's
done
done it
anything in
before.
college.
Yeah.
No. OGR says, don't forget the Giants. OGR, I did a whole video that the Giants should hire Ryan Poles. Did a whole video about that. Did a whole podcast about that he should be the direction that we go, but everyone seems to forget that.
I want to answer your question though, Tim.
Wait, hold on, Slide. The philosopher's going to answer my question.
So the way you said, how do they keep him? Allegedly, he's really, really, really cool with Tim McDonald. And if I'm not mistaken, Tim McDonald is the grandson-in-law of the head Mara.
Yes.
So
the Mara.
He might, just because of his connections, because I'm hearing like he's cool with everybody in the organization is cool to me, likes with him. He's damn near family. So I think that's the reason why they didn't want to fire his dumbass in the first place. But at this point, the only people that can keep him in the building are the people that kind of got him in the building, which is those people in the family.
MJC Timmy, I finally caught a live stream. Lunch break. This dumpster fire is off the cliff. I'm with RWB here because I'm the same thing. I'm not renewing my season tickets. I'll go travel and watch the team. I refuse to give this organization any money directly. I'm done. I know I said that this year, but I forgot that I didn't take out my credit card and I had auto renew on because I just always auto renewed my season tickets. I have deleted my credit card. I have turned off auto renew. I'm done. As a person that his family has had season tickets since 1976, I'm done. I don't want to be a part of this.
I don't blame him.
I'm turning the channel off on February. I'm done. I'm going to concentrate on the Knicks. There's so many other things to talk about. I just can't deal with this. And I lived through this, and this is what I keep telling people. I lived through the 70s. I lived through Andy Robustelli and Craig Morton and two-win teams. I've lived through the garbage.
Did you live through the Pasaric fumble?
Yes. Joe Pisarcik, Miracle of the Meadowlands. I was there. I was there watching Herm Edwards run it in. I was there screaming as a kid, why do you not just take a fucking knee? Why are you going to try to hand it off to Zonka? Zonka looked surprised.
Could you
actually
knee it back then?
What's that?
Could you knee it back then? I thought you would hike the ball, look like you're going to throw it, but then go down on purpose.
No, they still, back in the 70s, they still did the same thing. You just take a knee. We had Howard Eskin on, the legendary sports broadcaster in Philadelphia a couple months ago. And he literally told us the whole story about Herm Edwards and the Miracle of the Meadowlands. And Joe Pisarcik, after that season, went to the Philadelphia Eagles the next year. And he literally told the whole story. I'm going to repost. I'm not going to give it away because I'll repost it. But it's a great story about how the ineptitude of that team was and that coaching staff that they couldn't even take a fucking knee to win a game. This reminds me of all of that. We're gonna have to. We lost the slider, but that's okay. He'll be back. It's just, I don't know, man. Give me something good. It's the holiday season. I'm in front of the old Giant Stadium. Give me. I
got some positives.
All right, positives. I like positives.
All right, so look, nobody at this point, we've lost so much that we don't even want to win anymore because we want the number one pick, right? So
yes, well, we'll fuck that up. No, I don't think we'll fuck it up. I think we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna
exactly. That's what I'm getting to, because the only game that we have that's winnable left is the Raiders, right? So let's talk about that game.
We're still a 1.5 underdogs.
We should be underdogs because we're missing Andrew Thomas. And you just lost John Michael Schmitz, who I don't think is that good, but Austin Schlottman can't be better than him. I mean, Jesus Christ. So you're looking at an offensive line that's going to start a 5th-round rookie at left or right tackle. And then you have the edge defender. Oh, slider back.
Yep, he's back.
So then you got the edge defender. What's his face? Max Crosby, whose motor never turns off. He does not stop coming. Pause. He's gonna keep coming.
He said, I do find that interesting about Crosby. He does not. He reminds me of Myles Garrett. Even when Myles Garrett on a bad team, Myles Garrett's still trying to go and get that sack record.
Are you talking about that year when we got the two linemen from the Tar Heels? The year that Crosby came out?
Oh, when we got Joshua Zuda and the other guy.
Yeah, McKeithen or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big miss right there.
Well, and Genty had his first, I think, 100-yard game yesterday against the pretty good Houston Texans team.
Speaking of Raiders, we have them right this week.
Yeah, we got them this week.
Next week.
What are the chances of Giants winning?
Well,
that's what we was just talking about.
To the mightyfanduel.com. That's fanduel.com. Number one sportsbook in America. Right now, the Raiders are a 1.5 favorite. That's the betting line right down the FanDuel fan book. Don't forget to download the app for fanduel.com. New customers bet $5, win $250 in bonus bets if you win. You got FanDuel TV, you got slot machines, you got everything else. And don't forget, as always, game responsibly on the mightyfanduel.com. You guys are going to get sick of FanDuel, but I got a new sponsor coming up. That's a sauna company. So just one thing I'm going to tell you this right now. Having a steam sauna in your house, I can't say who the company is yet because we haven't finalized the deal, but is the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Okay. How much do they cost? Can you tell us that?
I can't tell you that because I got it for free. But normally I always tell people I don't bring on sponsors unless I believe it. They gave me their portable sauna, and I've been using it and for the last week and a half, and it's freaking awesome. And now they're putting in the cedar one, the one that's like an actual room, that's going to go in my gym. So now they're putting that one in, and I'm ecstatic that, and I'm just greatest thing in the world. You get to work out, and I started working out again. We got it reduces inflammation. It does all the detoxifies you, does all this shit. Greatest fucking thing in the world. If you had it in the
sauna and steam room,
it's sauna and steam room.
Okay.
Nice.
And then what you do is you take this dropper and you put in this eucalyptus. And I love eucalyptus saunas. And you just sit in that thing for 25 minutes. And it's literally the one they sent me is one that you can that you just build. It's like a telephone booth. And they give you a chair and you just sit in it. But then they also have this one where it's the one they built into your house. It's an actual cedar sauna. So when I told them how great it was, they're like, well, we'll put the cedar sauna in your house. And I said, well, that's great because you're going to be a new sponsor. Because anyone that wants to give me a cedar sauna, I'm not going to say no. So,
right.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
The intrinsic value is freaking awesome. Like if you're sick, everyone in my house is sick. You know what you do? You got congestion, go sit in the sauna. Put on the steam.
No doubt.
You know?
I do steam room and sauna at least 5 days a week, and you're right. It's huge.
Yeah, that's what they say. You should do it 4 to 5 days a week, no more than 25, 30 minutes at a time, especially after a workout. Because I'm old and I'm off all the pain medication for my knees and everything. So I've lost a lot of weight. But the good thing is, like I said, when you work out, when you're old, you can go sit in the sauna. And it really helps. It really helps with the muscles, but I'm not going to say who it is yet because I got to officially sign the contract and they have to put in my sauna.
Okay, I got to check. Hey, let me know whenever you can say the name because I'm interested.
Oh yeah, it's great because there's so many other companies make it, but I want to make sure you go to these guys because these guys, and it's not that the one they sent me, the portable one's not that expensive at all.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. I mean, like I said, I go to the gym regularly. I do sauna and steam room. And they said, you know who Andrew Huberman is?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his podcast on the benefits of sauna? And it's insane.
Yes, yes. You wonder what? There's something interesting about that, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
Oh, okay. I think I get the clue.
You probably got the clue. There's an interesting connection there. But right now we're talking about the mightyfanduel.com. But do you have any other good points? You were bringing up all these wonderful, excellent, good points of things that are going.
Correct. So continuing on, we got more injuries that are going to affect next game. Namely, Cordell Flott went down with a knee injury. I don't know how serious it is, but I mean, it's a knee. So,
I don't know. Cordell Flott's Cordell Flott.
Yeah, but the problem with Cordell Flott being down is now you got to play people like Corey Black or Deontay Banks, and I'd much rather have a Cordell Flott than a Deontay Banks.
At this point in time, though, it's the last 2 games of the season. You're if unless Banks is in his 3rd year, I don't think you're picking up Banks' 5th-year option.
Yeah, I think they're going to cut him.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to cut him. They might keep him for year 4, but I think they're going to do a Evan Neal, and I don't think they're going to probably pick up that option on him.
There was a play that he took on I think it was a toss play to his side, and the angle that he took was so it was like it was almost like he just stood there and thought the guy was going to run at him, and I'm like, what the? It was insane.
Speaking of bad angles, you got to go with Tyler. You got to go Tyler Nubin on the touchdown.
Oh yeah,
I'm watching Tyler Nubin. I'm like, I'm gonna get this guy a motherfucking protractor because for some unknown reason he does not understand angles. He doesn't understand. And then, like I said, and then the big play to Jefferson, I was like, who could have been that against? Oh, it was against Drew Phillips.
Right.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh, and Tyler Nubin went down with an injury too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but we didn't notice. we didn't notice anything. You know what? This was a great comment. Geno Smith hates the Giants and always plays his best against us. I remember the Seattle game with the Witherspoon touchdown. Yes, Geno Smith was hurt that game. Yes, Geno Smith, after what we did to him, is not a big fan of the New York Football Giants, if we're honest.
No.
If we're honest, my brother, man, let me let you run because I don't have much time left, but I want to make sure I get to a lot of the comments. I want to wish you and yours a happy holiday, happy and safe holiday, and don't forget we'll have to talk. We're gonna do a little We're gonna do a little sauna session coming up in the next 2 weeks, so we'll make sure everyone stays tuned for that. But Mr. Stoner, the philosopher, I appreciate you, brother. And again,
yes, sir. Happy holidays.
Slider, I'm going to bring you in real quick because I'm going to drop you off because I'm trying to get to the chat because I do have to get out of here.
No problem.
What good do you have? What's the good that you're going to have to say on this final episode before Christmas?
Thank freaking God the season's almost over. Yeah, besides that, thank God the season's almost over. And do me a favor for fun. I know his stats weren't pretty, but look, can you post his passing charts for fun so we can all have a good laugh?
We will not have the Jackson Dart passing charts till Wednesday.
Oh,
I won't get that. I don't get that till Wednesday. But when they come up on Wednesday,
all right.
I will post them on the YouTube channel.
Okay. And for fun, before you leave, I want you to, I don't know if you've done it, but there's that YouTube video of the OG light skinned brothers. The title is When White Quarterbacks Run.
Yes, I actually
started to watch that video.
I started watching that the other day when you sent it over to me. I just have not had a chance to fully digest yet.
Yeah, just watch it and tell me how is that that is so Jackson Dart. He gets blasted and all that stuff and the coach is like, get out of bounds or slide, and he's like, nope. And
no, I got you. I'm with you, brother. Oh, I lost Slider. Well, we're gonna drop Slider out anyway, so I want to make sure I get to all the chat. Oh, Slider, we haven't seen him in a while. I greatly appreciate Slider coming on. Stoner from come on. Let's see what we got here. Hot Dog says Dart does look cool with the headband. We already got the Jim McMahon headband look. Stat of the game: Jackson Dart 7 for 13, one interception. Boomer, aka the backup, 7 for 9, 52 yards. What the fuck? Is it possible that Dart has post-concussion syndrome? Sometimes it takes months to fully recover from a brain injury. I don't know if you're serious, but you're right about the concussion. Certain concussion symptoms sometimes do not show up for a while. So you could potentially be right. He could still be suffering from the effects, and he was cleared from concussion protocol, but I don't know. I don't know. Boom, roasted. Yeah, I know. Mr. Murphy just was an idiot. And I didn't want to, but I had to. Danny Dudd says, I like Dart, but he simply does not have the intangibles Mendoza have. Only way the Giants should not draft him is if they get boatload of picks to move down. But here's the problem. None of those, like the fact that we say there's no guarantee that Mendoza is going to be good. There's no guarantee that Jackson Dart's going to get any better. But I have a better feel for Mendoza because Mendoza is what you would refer to as a prototypical NFL quarterback. I've asked this question a million times before. How many scrambling, unorthodox, unconventional, non-pocket passers have ever won a Super Bowl? How many scrambling, unconventional quarterbacks have ever won a Super Bowl? Majority are pocket passers. Fucking Brad Johnson, a pocket passer. Trent Dilfer, a pocket passer. But how many Michael Vicks? How many? You see, Jalen Hurts to me is not a Jalen Hurts to me is not a scrambling quarterback. Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that runs a system. Jalen Hurts is more of a mobile quarterback who plays outside the pocket and plays in the shotgun. I don't count Jalen Hurts. How many Michael Vicks-esque players? Jalen Hurts, people need to understand, and I like Jalen Hurts. I've said this before. I thought, and I had an argument with Bad Dog about it. I thought Jalen Hurts was going to be a much better quarterback than Daniel Jones ever was going to be, and said that he was going to win a Super Bowl before Daniel Jones even sniffed one. And people have this, and I have to. The thing that sucks, rocks. I have to watch Jalen Hurts. I have to watch Jalen Hurts, and I have to watch Pittsburgh because I live in Pennsylvania. So I have to watch all these teams. Jalen Hurts' most rushing yards was 784 in 2021. His rushing yards, he only has 416 this season. That's not a running quarterback. People forget about that. You had quarterbacks that Daniel Jones ran for 700 plus yards. That's more of a quarterback that runs. Jalen Hurts runs out of necessity, but he also is what I would refer to as a non-pocket passer. I think Kafka is going to try to hide Dart's flaws. I think that too. Imagine he throws the ball 20 times, so many incompletions, and 3 of them were intercepted. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. George Young was with Miami. Thank you. I couldn't remember where he was with. Jack Freeman says, what assets can you generally get for Dart if we claim he's bad? Maybe listen, Josh Rosen was bad. You got a 2 and a 5. Why would anyone? Because Miami thought they could give up a 2 and a 5 for Josh Rosen, and they got a quarterback. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. You got to remember that, Jack. That's what I always say to people. Jack, you're getting it. Dart is so good. He's shown that he can play in this league. Don't forget the like button, guys. Danny C says, would you be fine with the Giants firing Joe Schoen, promoting Brandon Brown to GM? Would you rather have a completely different person from outside the organization? Brandon Brown is so far removed from Howie in Philadelphia. He's got the stench of the Giants all over him. I need to clean house. I can't have anyone in this building that has any connection to anything Mara. I've said this before, and I feel bad about it. But if the guy that brings the bagels, or it could be Gal, I don't know. Last name is Mara. You got to fire him because it's too close to Mara. I want to fire the guys in the mailroom. I want to fire the guys that, if you ever been to the Giant offices, that worked security outside in that booth. I want to fire the landscapers. I want to fire everyone. Clean slate. Ready, aim, fire. That's what I want to do with the New York Football Giants. I keep sitting here and I keep clicking on New York Giants news just in hopes. just in hopes that Joe Schoen gets fired while I'm still here. I love the offense got an F from Yahoo Sports. The Giants knew they were going to be challenged by a surging Vikings defense that is coached by Brooklyn native Brian Flores, who grew up a Giant fan. He was no fan of the Giants on Sunday, however, nor was one of the Giants' rookie quarterbacks, who had the worst game as a pro. Dart ran the ball just twice for 7 yards, had a dismal pass in day 7 for 13, for 33 yards and no touchdowns. They were held to a season-low 140 yards, failed to find the end zone for the first time since week 1. The only bright spot was the running game, which averaged 4.3 yards on 30 attempts. I love the defense got a B+. Let's see here. Graham says, imagine telling someone this wide receiver is fast, but he can't catch. The equivalent to Dart can run, but he can't throw. Yeah, if you want to be honest, yes, you're right. You're not wrong. Tell me something good. Knicks are back. Look and see if the Knicks are back. Because who's back? Knicks are back. I'm being sarcastic. I'm just parroting delusional giant YouTubers who can only say Dart is the man on Vic. I know you are, brother. I know. That's why I didn't say anything to you. Daddy Does says, can we talk about what a disaster resigning Slayton has been? Sure. There is a brilliant looking, handsome gentleman wearing a Knicks hat that said, do not sign him. Let him walk. And I reminded everyone of all of his drops. And I had to sit there and listen to the pundits and giant content creators tell me what a great signing 3 years, $36 million was when I said Slayton would be a 3 on a 4 on a good team. There we go. Jackson Dart average quarterback rating 55.05. Taylor Slot 51.5. Slot had 4 wins and Jackson Dart has 2. How can the Giant fans think he's better? Because Petro, you're smart. Yeah, he first was a clown. He was a clown. Let's see. Timmy, I finally caught. Oh, we got that one already about the live stream. Kafka's game calling sucks ass, though. It does. No progressions with this team, none whatsoever. You're not right. Todd says, after his cancer diagnosis, Maris should have stepped away from and had someone else take the role. I can't understand how he's not out of patience at this point. 1,000%. Jack says, guys, no one is hurting the Giants losing every year more than Mara. Boo-hoo, loser. That's a good one. Tell me something good. They better hire the right GM or hire president of football operations. Evan, I agree 1,000%. I was at that game team watching Edwards do his thing, a miracle at the Meadowlands. It just didn't make you sick. Walter says, no, picking number 1 income and get rid of Joe Schoen. Aspie says, if you don't want to lose out, don't change anything. Oh, we could change everything and still lose out. I have the full confidence in the world from us. I think Genty's going to run for over 200 yards, but you're right. Go Raiders. Go black and gray, silver and black. Just run the ball, Raiders. I agree. Geno Smith hates the Giants. We got to Mr. Lester. What's up, my brother? The Giants will end up with the first overall pick. The play calling suggested we're in the tank mode. No, play calling suggested they were afraid of Brian Flores and having him expose Jackson Dart. So I don't think, but here's the thing. Here's what I worry about. Not anymore because I'm going to be gone. Giants get the first overall pick. They trade it to the Jets. Giants picks from the Jets don't pan out. Jets get a monumental quarterback, a Joe Namath scenario. Timmy is living life. Oh, I'm always living life, brother. You know that. Let's see here. Jack said, my dad just got a sauna for the yard, Tim. You're not kidding. Game changer. Got speakers hooked up in there with the steam, the red light, infrared. Nothing beats post-chip. The sauna's fucking great, man. Like I said, I cannot wait to announce this new sponsor when they put the sauna in the house, probably in January. But the sauna in the box they sent me is fantastic, man. I mean, you're sitting there and you just feel like after a good workout, you just feel it all just like, you know, and I wear my headphones in the sauna because it's not a fancy one yet, but it's great. I can't wait. But you're right. Let's see. Your Giants need to go back to bases. Aspie says Carter has shown some life lately, so that's a positive, I guess. Yeah, he shows it against. Who was the quarterbacks they were playing? He was playing against. Happy holidays and the OBB family. Thank you, my brother. You have to sit Thomas at least for these. Yeah, there's no reason to play Thomas. There's no reason to play Thomas. Crap. See you later, Tim. Thanks. You're very welcome. Jalen Hurts last year. Hurts doesn't scramble. That's what I'm talking about. He's not a traditional pocket passer, but I'm talking about he plays outside the pocket. I'm talking a scrambling, running quarterback whose game is facilitated on his mobility. That's Jackson Dart and his improv skills. That's Jackson Dart. That's what I'm talking about. Tim, if Harbaugh's fired, are you taking it? If Harbaugh gets fired, if Tomlin gets fired, if Matt LaFleur gets fired, I'm lining up for those three guys. I don't think he's getting fired though. I think they're going to give him one more year in Baltimore. But I don't see him getting fired. Just checking on the Malik Willis injuries. He hurt his shoulder at that last pass in regulation. I'm kind of curious to see him against Lamar in Baltimore. Hit that like button. Thank you. 2 passing yards in the first half. Well, it's 2 more than I thought they had. Hey-oh. I'm sorry. Hey-oh. Giant, what do we got here? Dragon says Giants, most Giant fans are saying Mendoza sucks and we should stick with Dart. I think Mendoza is way more talented than Dart. I think if you look at it from a football perspective, which quarterback coming out of college is higher rated? That's Mendoza. Which quarterback carried his team? That's Mendoza. And people are going to be like, well, Tim, Ole Miss was good when Jackson Dart was there. Yes, but the year he left, they won 2 more games and now have won a game in college football playoffs. Shedeur Sanders, who was the entire team in Colorado, leaves and they win 4 games? So which one was system oriented and which one carried the team? It's easy to kind of figure out. And nobody talked about Dart in the first round in his last couple games in college. It was all the hype after. And that's what always scares me about a quarterback. When you start talking about him as a first rounder when the college season is over. Nobody was sitting there saying, while he was still playing at Ole Miss, that this guy's a first round pick. That's what they say about Mendoza. Hit the like button, guys. We have to give at least 55 likes. We have 46 likes. Come on, hit the like button. Have a beer. Don't cost nothing. Hit the like button. Don't cost nothing. Oh, I'm so tired. Everyone in my house is sick. So I've sequestered everyone in different rooms, and I'm like, I'm staying away from everyone, but I could feel that I'm fighting it, and I'm going to go work out later and sit in my sauna. What's up, Mr. Rogers? What's up, Tim? Dart sucks. Carter also had a bonehead. Yeah, I was like, didn't he also have a boneheaded penalty that cost the Giants a 97-yard pick six? I forget. People are grasping for straws with him looking at anything positive. Well, we got to look at some positive stuff. Let's see. Mr. Esquire says, people keep saying the Giants are in the tank mode. I bet Zippers are just bad. I agree with that 100%. You were right about Malik Willis.
That's great.
I find what is wrong.
What light? Have you seen the light? Yes! Jesus H. goddamn Christ! I have seen the light!
People are finally seeing the light. It's about time with Malik. And everyone that always uses that as their one throws against me. Well, you liked Malik Willis. Well, you got Tom Brady saying he's going to get paid. You got the Packers worried that he's going to leave. You have other players. Michael Parks came out and said, dude is a baller. You have other players saying that you have Tom Brady saying he is too good to be an NFL backup. And there's 5 teams that are going to be competing for his services. Why?
Malik Willis. Bring him the
That's all we're gonna say about that. And just for Slider, we gotta play it because this is who we all should want, and this is who we should get.
Mendoza!
That's what Giant fans should be screaming during the draft. Colorado went 3-9 and looked bad against everyone they played. They do. They did. I hate the fact that most Giant fans, it's Dart or bust. Because that's all we have. What do we have behind Jackson Dart? No, you're going to have Jameis Winston next year. Russell Wilson's going to be Mrs. Sierra, schlepping around microphones. What do we got? That's what we got. And it's such a pitifulness that this is what we have as an organization. So great as the Giants used to be. So, I mean, it's just, let me go to the mightyfanduel.com for a minute. FanDuel.com, the number one sports book in America. What is the Baltimore line? What's the Baltimore Packer line? Because I think they're playing in Green Bay. Let me see. And Lamar, I don't know if Lamar's playing. Tyler Huntley might be playing. But again, I don't know who's going to play for Green Bay if neither Willis or Love can go. Let's see here. The Packers are 2.5-point favorites on that Saturday game. 431. I love it. It's 431. They're 2.5-point favorites at home at Lambeau Field. Against, and I don't know what's going on with. I know Lamar went out yesterday. I'm trying to see. I don't see anything about Lamar Jackson. We still love it though. Oh no, we lost the camera. Lombardi. A certain magic still lingers in the name. With the dews and the ice and the snow. I always have to do some NFL films. Oops, there we go. Oh, the stadium collapsed, but I fixed it. Don't worry, I fixed it. Tim, let's hire Deion Sanders. Oh dear Lord, I remember all that chatter. I'm like, no. It's like, knock, knock. Who's there? No. Nope, not doing that. How many likes do we got now? Do we have our 55 likes? 47 likes. We only went up 1 like. What's wrong with you people? I don't do this for money. I don't do this for fame. I do this for likes. And we got 48 now. Don't need money. Don't need fame. Don't need I don't need a credit card to ride this train. What are we doing here? Knicks back to the winning ways behind Brunson career high night. Yeah, we're awesome. The Knicks are awesome. What is this right here? What if I click on this? Is that me? Oh, that's me. That's me. Okay. Glenn, where you been? It has been a while. Where have you been, my brother? Back injury from Lamar took to the back. All right, guys, we got anything other? Glenn, what do you got to say, brother? Give me something good, Glenn. I was getting ready to wrap up in a couple minutes, but Glenn showed up, so I got to stay. Glenn shows up, everyone's got to stay. Everyone hang out because Glenn is going to drop knowledge for us. Johnny Carson secretly had a blacklist. Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. I don't know why that came up. I keep waiting for Joe Schoen to get fired. I am literally sitting here not wanting to leave because I'm like, Joe Schoen's going to get fired. I know it. I got a feeling. It's going to be my Christmas present from the Giants. They're going to be like, Tim, we just like to wish you a Merry Christmas. We fired Joe Schoen. Don't need money. Don't need fame. See, you had the Metcalf punching the guy in the stands. It's interesting because the guy's like, well, I didn't say anything and I didn't do anything. It was just terrible. And I love it because now they're saying there might have been some racial undertones and some other things that the guy said to the Metcalf that sent him off. Jake Paul shamelessly flaunts cash guns from private jet after getting destroyed in a $92 million fight. Jake Paul's an idiot. Jake Paul never fought anyone, and then he goes up against an actual boxer and he gets destroyed. Let me see. Let me give that like. Dart is not the guy, says Glenn. I agree with Glenn. If you agree with Glenn, you're going to get everything you asked for Christmas. We're 2 likes away. Mayor's got a mandate Dart to be to the next regime. That's what worries the shit out of me. That we're going to have to hear that if you want, just like the Daniel Jones fiasco, you want to be the head coach of this team, you need to sit there and say that you can work with Jackson Dart, and that actually that literally does scare the crap out of me. OG Knockout, what's up? At first I was a believer. Now I'm starting to see what you see in Jackson Dart, Tim. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Jackson Dart over and over again. And I love this comment. Fantastic channel. Cheers. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But here's the thing with Jackson Dart. And I keep saying this when I talk to my brother James Williams all the time. I watch the game. And I don't just watch the highlights. I watch every game. I watch every play. And then I rewatch it. You know, I have it recorded, DVR'd it, and I rewatch it. And then I rewind and I go back and I look. And I just see things. I'm just like, and this was like the Daniel Jones thing for years. And I kept pointing out to people things that he did wrong. I kept pointing out bad passes, bad decisions, his inability to have any pocket awareness or pocket presence, or the fact that he just didn't have this. And I kept saying that with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones does not have a feel for football. Some people have it, and some people don't. And some people, if you don't have a feel for the game, you can still play it well. But Daniel Jones just didn't understand the nuances, especially of being in the pocket. And I kept saying for years and pointing these things out. And as it got progressively worse, I keep pointing out more things. And I used to think that I was crazy, because I would see these things and nobody would talk about it. Then slowly people would start talking about things that I said. And like it's this they had this epiphany. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself over and over again, I've been saying this for years, and I talked about this. I would tell people,
doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
There's 400 sound effects on my soundboard, and they go by, it's almost like a time capsule. That clip is number 27 on my soundboard. That's how long I've had that clip, because that's how long I kept pointing things out to Daniel Jones. So getting back to what I was talking about, I'm always talking to James, and I'm always watching the games, and we always have we do our little recap after. And I keep telling James, I'm trying to like him. I'm trying to like Jackson Dart. I said, I am literally trying. But his inefficiency to throw over 8 yards is a huge red flag. His ability to read a full defense, I don't see. I don't see the arm strength. You threw your star wide receiver into an ACL tear, and you threw the ball on the wrong side of Cam Scatterbo, which the hip drop tackle, it wasn't hip drop tackle, but the tackle occurred. If you throw that on the inside of Cam Scatterbo instead of the outside, he doesn't get hurt. Ball placement's not there. Decision making's not. He doesn't make decisions quick enough. That's why he's always scrambling, and his accuracy drops exponentially anything over 20 yards. And he has to torque himself up just to get the ball deep enough to come up short. And I keep seeing all these things, and I keep seeing this over and over again and again.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Now, all of a sudden, people are like, well, Mendoza can do this, and this guy can do this, and this guy can do that. And I'm like, yes, this is what I've literally been saying for Daniel Jones and Jackson Dart. And I'm not trying to be wrong, and I'm not trying to be right, but I'm just saying it just doesn't. I don't know. Good afternoon. I just found this channel. Fantastic content. Perhaps you mentioned this, but what do you want to do with the number one pick overall? Well, yeah, no, I haven't met.
Mendoza!
Yeah. That's what I want to do with the number one pick overall. Thank you for finding the channel. I appreciate it. I'll offend you. Iron Bear Grizz, I'll offend you. I'm just letting you know now. I'm going to say something that's going to be offensive to you. So I hope you stay. Even when I do, I hope you stay. I think that's going to be the moral of the story. After I offend you, I hope you stay. because I'll say something. That's just my life. Oh, we're up to 56 likes. I wanted 60 before we left. Jackson Dart reminds me of Rex Grossman. Oh, why did you say that? I have Rex Grossman flashbacks now. Even when he went 13-3 in 2006, when he threw for over 3,000 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions, and just fell off the fucking planet. And then he had that final starting season in Washington, 2011, when he was 5 for 8. And I think he threw for 3,000 and 16 and 20. Then he just never came back after that. He does remind me of Rex Grossman. He does. He does kind of remind you of Rex Grossman. He's got the same kind of converted torquey wind up. He kind of has this javelin throw mindset because he can't put enough torque on the ball. Oh, you just literally put a pit in my stomach. You just literally made me sick. Rex Grossman, though, wasn't really a running quarterback, though. So, I mean, but yes, his ability to play from the pocket. Oh, my God, OG Knockout. You just made my fucking head hurt. You literally gave me a migraine. I am seeing Rex Grossman in the Super Bowl right now in my mind. You literally gave me a migraine. Thank you. I appreciate that. He's that short 6'1" quarterback with this weird body type who had accuracy issues after anything over 20 yards. Rex Grossman's average yard per completion was 6 yards. Oh my God. OG, man, I love you, brother. You know that. But I hate you right now. Do you think the Giants will win a Super Bowl anytime soon? I mean, no. Dart's looking like another version of Jones. I agree. Let's meet Mendoza. It is. I'm already subscribed. Salute. I salute you too, brother. I appreciate it. I've been trying to get subscribers off. Ryan, are you home? Why don't you come on for a minute? Come on for a minute. We still got 147 people still here. Let's have a special guest, Ryan from Ryan's Big Boo Podcast. If you're at school, Ryan, just come on anyways, because you're gonna have a career in broadcasting. I am so mad at you, OG Knockout. I am so fucking mad at you. Because then I think of the similarities between Rex Grossman. I think about this for a minute. Rex Grossman was drafted in the 22nd pick overall. Rex Grossman, and I when Rex Grossman was in college, which was 2002, he was in college. I remember because I would go to Gainesville. Because I've told the story of partying with Jesse Palmer after, I think it was the Ball State game, and back in 2000, I think it was either 2000 or 2001. It was his last season, so it was 2000, and my buddy who went to Florida took me to Gainesville to see the Florida, to see the Gators. And I remember clearly, it was Ball State. It was September 2nd. It was Ball State. And we went to where all the clubs are in Gainesville. And it was funny as shit because, he had the high top fade, and I had a fade as well. And we ran into him in a bar, and my buddy was like, "Oh, that's Rex Grossman. He's the quarterback of that's Jesse Palmer. He's the quarterback. We just watched him play against Ball State." And I can't remember how many touchdowns he threw against Ball State, but they beat him 40-20 or something like that. I remember that because then they played Middle Tennessee State, and I remember we spent the night hanging out with Rex Grossman, which was, I can't tell the story about what we did, but we spent the night hanging out with Rex Grossman. I'm off. I'll be on in a minute, man. Oh, he's gonna call from the basement greats. But Rex Grossman was a great. I don't have any Rex Grossman stories, but Jesse Palmer was great to hang out with. We had a great time hanging out with Jesse. Dart isn't a running quarterback if he stays in the tent. Yeah, I agree. You can't offend us as much as the New York Giants organization. Oh yeah, evidently you weren't here earlier. You weren't here earlier when somebody got banned. Are we up to 60 like shit? Are we up to 60 like shit? Where are we at? 56. Can we get to 60 likes, please? I'm waiting for Ryan from Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. Yeah, Ryan, we're waiting for you. 104. You're keeping 146 people waiting for you. Waiting for Ryan Henderson. Okay, Ryan Henderson. We're all just fucking waiting for you.
Yeah, waiting on me.
You need to turn your slider down on your green screen.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't have it on right now. I don't have the green screen set up right now. So it's just the green. It's like the StreamYard green screen that I go through, but I would have set it up.
Mine is the green yard screen. I can see them.
Maybe my background. I think it's because the flag's back there. If it was not there, it would be fine. But yeah.
So your boy, 7 for 13.
Yeah.
I think net 13 yards after the sacks.
13 rating or
13 passing yards.
Yeah. Well, no, it was a bad game. It was terrible. It was an awful game, obviously.
Come on, tell me about Jackson Hart being the quarterback of the future, please. I want to hear.
No, I would right now, from what we've seen this season, there's a split fan base in a way. I mean, I wouldn't say split. I'd say more people see Dart as the franchise guy for now. Which, I still feel I like Dart, but that game was hard to watch. That stat you brought up earlier on that Twitter account, that was alarming. Do you have it on you right now? The 20%.
That was from Petro. And he said he sent it to me. It's from Hardcore Giants, I think it's called. Petro. He was supposed to. I got to give him my number, but no.
Either way.
He actually took those stats from me. He got them from the next gen passing stats that I sent him. And I was, here we go. Let's see, where's Petro? But yeah, those, and I keep
those were alarming.
But you can go see these stats and charts on your own, young Ryan. And how long have I been saying this?
No, I was thinking about it, like I was watching the game. I was like, and when I was, just seeing the way Dart was playing, I was like, Tim was saying this a few weeks ago. But like
I've been saying it since the draft.
Well, no, I know, but I mean, like from when I last heard when we last came on and talked. But
okay.
But I knew you were, you never were a Dart guy, even like when all the stuff was happening in camp.
Nope. Here you go. I found him. And he has it 0 to 10 yards. This is Jackson Dart stats. It's not 0 to 10 yards. It's -2 to 8. He completes 80.43% of his passes. When his passes go from 10 to 20, it drops to 47.83. Anything over 20 is 25.92.
Yeah, that's bad.
You don't find that alarming as your franchise quarterback going into 10 games?
Yeah. No, I think the only thing I would, especially like I don't think the game plan was awful yesterday, but 33 yards is unacceptable no matter how bad the game plan is.
Actually, it's with the adjusted. It's 7 for 13 for 13 yards.
Yeah, no, well, it was an awful game, but
adjusted stats with the sacks. Come on, man, you can't. It's negative. It's 13 yards. He was 7 for 13 for 13.
It's 13 yards is 13 yards. But
I am Kiffin.
Yeah. The thing with Mendoza though, like I like his play, strong arm, good mentality. He doesn't do the
Mendoza.
Hey, Chris.
Sorry.
Are we like it's a big risk. That's my that's
okay,
the only thing for me. Like
stop,
I feel like
wait, stop 1 second before you go anywhere. How is it a big risk?
Because let's say you look, Dart still has shown some things that could make you believe he can be the guy that you trade those, trade back. Let's say you're at we're like in this scenario, we stay at number 1 throughout the rest of the season, and we end up with number 1. You could trade back, get some assets, get some draft capital, and build around them with some pieces. Bring in some, a receiver. I don't know. Try to bring Illuminor back, but we'll see what happens there. And build. But if you trade him and you pick Mendoza at 1, you're taking a risk because if Mendoza doesn't work out, and I'm not even talking about Dar right now, but imagine he ended up working out for another team, you're gonna look like even more of a clown organization.
This is the same fear Giant fans had and the Giant organization legend he had with Daniel Jones, and how did that work out?
Yeah, not good. But the only thing is, like, the play style, the rookie seasons are somewhat similar, but Dart and Jones are still different quarterbacks.
No. The rookie season. I mean, whoever the fucking moron. Where's Iron here? Hold on, Iron. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Good afternoon, fellas. Thanks for having me.
Good
found you, man.
Just now. I mean, I've been around forever.
I mean, look, I'm an old head, so I'm still getting used to the internet thing.
What's this internet?
So we're in this boat, bro. You got right or I got left or. Let's paddle this bad boy together.
That's what we need. That's what we need to do, man. I appreciate you finding the channel as we're closing it down in February.
No way. You gotta be kidding me. Why? What did I miss?
Ryan is young Ryan here is the face of the New York Football Giants content creators in my mind. I'm just tired of the losing. I'm just tired. We have not, and I'm starting to think it's me because we went back when I worked in the NFL. I was there 2 seasons in Tampa. They went 6-11. They went 7-9 and 6-11. Then I went to work for almost 2 years in Miami, and they only won 1 game. So I'm beginning to think it's me that's causing the Giants to lose.
You're the curse.
I think I'm the curse of the Giants.
When did you start the online Big Blue? What year?
This will be year 4. So whatever that is.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, even if you started it 10 years ago, you'd still only have one win season.
I only have 1 win season.
Still be, yep.
Yep, I would still. Man, I'm going to tell you something right now. Iron Man, I like you already. I love you already because I love the OG chain, and I love the rock in the air. I love it, man. I got. You can't see because I got headphones on. I got 3 holes. I got 2 in one and 1 in the other. But I can't wear my shit when I'm on the when I got my headphones on.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I wanted to jump on because I was listening to your discussion on Jackson Dart, and I was one of them. I was Kool-Aid. I was drinking the Kool-Aid in the cellar, like part of the cult. I started watching the games, and I'm like, oh my God. He can't play. Like, let's break it really down. He really just can't play. Like, people say, oh, he's mobile. No, he runs around like a kid at recess.
Thank you.
More discipline in backyard football games. I don't know if it's the system under Lane Kiffin that he came under. I just don't think he's good. His arm is mid. Like the youngins say, his arm is mid. He's about my height without glaring athleticism. I mean, he's too feeling himself, the dancing and whatever. Look, it's all good. Win.
Ryan, I'm moving you out of the way, Ryan.
He sounds like your twin. He sounds exactly like you right now.
Ryan, you just dropped the 3 on the depth chart. Yes. Iron, do you know Lane Kiffin? Do you know who Lane Kiffin's best quarterback prospect is or was in the NFL?
Tell me.
Matt Barkley. He is the most successful NFL quarterback out of a Lane Kiffin system is Matt Barkley.
Jesus,
and that's not good. He is and this is the thing that kills me. We've talked about this before. When Jackson Dart left Ole Miss this year, They improved by 2 games and just won a game in the college championship playoffs. When Shedeur Sanders left Colorado dropped from 9-10 win seasons to 3. The 3 wins this year. So what team is what player was more important to their team, and what player was a system quarterback that is in a Lane Kiffin, one read, cut the field in half, you're not allowed to audible, and your second option is to run.
When your playbook is 12 pages long. You know?
Yeah.
It's funny when you mentioned the injury. When you mentioned the Neighbors injury in Scadable, I had to go back and look at the plays. You're totally right. It's misplaced balls.
Oh, well,
it's misplaced balls. We have this.
You know what? Well, hold on. Wait a minute, my friend. Just for you, my friend. Hold on. Here he is. Free play. Here it goes. Slinging it deep. Oh, instead of throwing it 5 yards ahead of Malik Neighbors, you throw it 5 yards behind. Jumps in the air. Tears his ACL because he had to come back for the ball. There you go. Cam Scadable, you throw the pass from the inside instead of the outside. He doesn't have the hip drop tackle, allegedly.
Because everyone's talking about, wait till the guys come back. I'm like, these are major injuries. Neighbors, if the Neighbors lose that, he becomes an average wide receiver. If Scadable loses that punch, he becomes an average running back. So not only are we waiting for them to come back, reacclimate, learn the new coaching system, the new players, the new everything. Are you 100%? And happy feet. Once you get a major injury like that, you start panicking. You start thinking rather than going on instinct. And that can ruin your career. I mean, what do I know?
You know a lot more than other Giant fans, because I always tell people, when I tore my ACL the second time in college, I never should have came back as early as I did from the first one. And I never fully trusted my injury that healed properly. And I did things that I probably would never have done because in my back of my mind, I never thought it healed right. And what happened? Toward the same leg, toward the same ACL, went from having ACL surgery to ACL replacement. And I worry about that with people like Cam Scadable, who I think who have limited talent, where you have this type of ankle injury. Not only did you fracture your ankle completely and it protruded through your skin, but you also tore all the ligaments. So you need to make sure you're 100% capable and mindset to play, because that's normally when another injury occurs.
And then he went to WrestleMania or whatever. I don't know.
And he goes to WrestleMania. I'm not even, Ryan. Not even going to get into that, Ryan. People were pissed off that Neighbors went to the concert during concussion protocol. And I kept telling people, everyone that has concussion, your symptoms are different. Not everyone has the same concussion symptoms. Some don't have sound sensitivity. Some don't have light sensitivity. But when you break something completely, what are you drinking from Dunkin' Donuts?
Iced coffee.
You see the Dunkin' Donuts.
We got to get you sponsored, baby. We can't let you leave in February. Dunkin', look at this. Delicious.
There you go. I was at the Dunkin' earlier. Yes. I was at the Dunkin' and Wawa.
It's crazy.
2 of my favorite places to ever be is Dunkin' Donuts and Wawa. No more sponsors. We got
twin black brother you never knew you had.
That's although that's James Williams. That's my brother James. We always talk about that I am a brother from another mother with my brother James. Oh my goodness. But my friend, let me let you go, because I want to talk to Ryan for a few minutes, because I do have to leave. I'm actually late. I was supposed to be off 15 minutes ago, but I wanted to have you come on. Iron Man, you are welcome anytime. You see the link in the chat. Anytime you're on, make sure you stop in. I loved your insight. I love your passion. And like I said,
subscribe.
There you go. I love it, man. I love it. All right, my brother. Thank you for coming on. That was awesome, man. I love when new people come on. I think it's the greatest thing in the world, especially when they have so much passion.
He had a lot of energy. I like that guy.
He got a lot of passion. I like him a lot.
I'm gonna say something that he was the black version of you.
Well, that's James Williams too. So I mean, that's I got a lot of those. Yeah. Hey, I let Ryan. What happened to Russell Wilson on the depth chart?
No, because
I saw the back. I know. I was laughing.
No, because you dropped me to third on the depth chart. Now Russ is the emergency QB. But yeah, no, there's a lot of alarming things. I've always, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to, keep the argument for Dart, but I just like that he can, his ability to extend plays and how he, looking down the field, keeping his eyes downfield. It's just that he doesn't,
he just
make
can't
a
throw the
decision.
ball.
He doesn't make a decision quick enough.
What other quarterback did we have for 6 years that?
Yeah, and that's why it's the rookie seasons are very similar, but the only thing is they're not the same guy, which is the hope I'm holding out. Because Dart at least at Ole Miss was better than Daniel Jones ever was at Duke, and Ole Miss obviously.
Who was better in college, Mendoza or Dart?
I mean,
no, it's
Mendoza. Mendoza won the Heisman, and now he's in the college football playoff. But
who was better their last year in college, Mendoza or Dart?
The stats were pretty similar.
No, it's a pick and answer. It's not a stat.
But if we're going just by looking at the player,
it's not one of your backpedaling things here. Which one is it? Jackson, Dart, or Mendoza?
If we're going by the play, it's Mendoza.
Okay. If you're taking a look at coming out at the end of the season, which of the two quarterbacks was more highly rated? Not after the season, because the season's not over. We're still in season. Which one of these two quarterbacks is there more talk about being the number one overall pick, having the ability to be the number one overall pick?
Mendoza, because last year the talk was all around. It was
Ward and
Sanders, and then a lot of talk around obviously Hunter.
Okay, we're just going to do single answers. We're doing single answers.
Okay.
Which quarterback, Mendoza or Dart, ran an NFL concept offense their last year in college?
Mendoza, but I don't think NFL because they ran an NFL offense doesn't mean they're gonna.
No, that you can't. This is not the Ryan. We're gonna backpedal a little bit so we make sure we have the answer in. So it's Mendoza, correct?
Yeah.
Which quarterback is 6'5"?
Mendoza.
Which quarterback would you say is more of a prototypical pocket passer who has
definitely Mendoza,
who has the ability, even at 6'5", to extend plays?
Mendoza.
Okay. So who are scouts saying now is the better? If you had, who would you think that scouts would say now coming out of college is a better pro prospect?
Mendoza.
Okay, no, wait, we're not done yet. We'll give you a chance to rebuttal, but so it's Mendoza. Which quarterback are scouts saying right now they have an easier process or an easier time evaluating because of the fact that he runs an NFL style offense now?
Fernando. I'll change it up a bit.
Fernando. So here's the other thing that you're talking about. You worry about Jackson Dart traded it somewhere else and becoming a superstar. What happens if you have the first overall pick? You trade Mendoza, let's say, to the Jets.
Yeah, I know that's.
And then it doesn't have to be the Jets, could be the Raiders.
Yeah.
Let's say you trade him to the Jets and he becomes the franchise quarterback that the Jets have been searching for since Joe Willie Namath. And Jackson Dart flames out, because Jackson Dart, to me, smart defensive coordinators going back to Vic Fangio on that second Eagle game. And this is when people are like, well, his stats have dropped since Brian Daboll's left. No, his stats have dropped because Vic Fangio said, make him what I've been saying for I don't know how long, close off the pocket, keep him within a 5-yard bubble. Eliminate his ability to run. You could pull the man from deep and keep him towards the middle of the field because he can't throw deep, and make him a prototypical NFL pocket passer by eliminating his ability to improv and just make him make decisions from the pocket. And Vic Fangio showed the league that, and what has happened since that Eagle game, that second Eagle.
Yeah, there's been, I mean, outside of the Bears game, because the Bears game, up until he got hurt, he was playing well. But yeah, since that the second Eagle game, He's been out a few weeks, but hasn't played to the same standard that he was at before. The 2 wins he got, the Chargers, the Eagles. But you could also blame that on.
Wait. Chargers win. What was his total passing yard in the Charger game?
It was 175 or 180 in the.
Try 111.
Oh no, it was one. That was the okay.
When 50, almost 50 yards of that 111 yards came when.
A lot of it. The first drive was the best drive, but
the first almost half. Wait, I'm not done yet. Almost half his yards came on the first drive.
Yeah, no.
Did the defense win that game, or did Jackson Dart win that game?
Collective effort.
Did the defense win that game, or did if Dexter Lawrence doesn't intercept that ball and take it down to the 3, what was the Giants' offensive output during that game?
14 points.
Okay, and where did 7 of those points should have come from? Really came from?
What do you mean? You mean
Dexter Lawrence?
Oh, the interception. Yeah. No,
so
but
Jackson Dart produced 111 yards and 7 points off of one drive and did nothing the rest of the game. But we're going to count that game as a watershed moment.
So this is my argument. First off with Mendoza, yes, there's a lot of good film on him. He's having a great final season in college, but just because he's running an NFL system in college doesn't mean it's gonna his play is gonna transfer over when he comes to the NFL. There's been a few quarterbacks.
What's easier to diagnose as a scout? Someone's college film if they do what?
If they run an NFL system offense. So but it doesn't mean he's gonna work out in the NFL. I mean, Josh Allen didn't run an NFL system in college, and neither Jaden Daniels or some of these other guys that did work out.
Well, you're actually looking at 2 different quarterbacks because Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels are not prototypical pocket passers at especially Josh Allen over at Wyoming.
Yeah, but I mean they didn't run an NFL system in college where
exactly. But I'm saying they are not prototypical pocket. They are not prototypical NFL style pocket passers.
Yeah, and then. But the other thing I was going to say for Dart, the second Eagle game he didn't play well. That Niner game, the first drive, and then I think late in the fourth quarter, garbage time. And then the Bears game he did play well until he got hurt. Then they fired Daboll. He was out for 2 games, and now I think you could also blame the lack of production from Dart or the big drop off from early in the season on the coaching. I feel like Kafka has really, tried to limit his ability in a way. Like he's neutering him. He's not letting him play
who was calling the plays before Daboll got fired?
Yeah, but it still was Daboll's team.
But who was calling the plays?
It doesn't. Kafka changed the way he was calling plays, it seems.
But why? This is the thing that Giant fans don't get and what gives me nausea. Why do you think they changed the way they're calling the plays?
Well, they're afraid of him getting hurt, but I think that whole thing's blown out of proportion.
How many times has he gone into the 10-10 games?
5 times, but the spotter. I mean that game. If you look back at the what was it the Commanders game, that wasn't, especially some of the hits we've seen on him. That was nothing. Do
you want to really laugh for a second because you talked about Josh Allen, because that's always the comparison to and we talked about Jackson.
Oh well, no, I wasn't comparing them. I was just
but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, college wise, you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do you want to laugh because I literally went back and found my notes on Josh Allen, and I also found some articles. University of Wyoming, Josh Allen operates pro style offense incorporated with West Coast passing concepts. Operated under the center, unlike many college spread quarterbacks. Wyoming frequently lines up Allen under center to take snaps, a rarity for college programs. Schemed to require Josh Allen to go through complex full field reads and to diagnose defensive coverages. Pro-style system implemented by Craig Bull, an offensive coordinator. I don't remember who the offensive coordinator was, who also coached Carson Wentz. Major factor in Josh Allen's high NFL stock.
Okay, well, I didn't know that about Josh Allen, but I'm just saying I was just naming the examples that
you want to talk about Jaden Daniels now.
you don't have to run a pro style offense though to have success.
But wait a minute, you just said it doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't.
But Josh Allen, evidently, I forgot all about
again.
it.
Josh Allen's different than Mendoza.
But I know, but I'm just saying it gave college scouts a better understanding.
Oh no, that's 100% though. The college scouts definitely get a better understanding if you play, like an offense like Mendoza's playing right now. But it's still the same point that
do you want to talk about Jaden Daniels and his LSU offense? He's what they refer to as the modern spread NFL offense. No. This is from scouts. I love when people are like, no, that's not. No, these are NFL scouts talking about how Jaden Daniels' college offense is a modern NFL spread system featuring abilities and multiple NFL reads. And it's not just a read option and scrambling offense.
I from everything that I've seen, at least, and what I've watching that offense, when I look back at Daniels, I've seen it doesn't look like an NFL offense to me. I don't know.
NFL modern spread offense. There's a difference. There's
that's it.
Offensive styles.
Yeah, but so back to I want to move it back to Dart though about the his lack of play. I think that the decrease in play, the drop off in play since the beginning of the season, a lot of that is on the way they've changed, how he can play, the neutering of him, and the way the coaching has been these last few games. Kafka's been even worse than Brian Daboll, but play calling wise, he changed the way he's been calling plays, it seems. And they ran the ball the first 15 plays yesterday.
Because teams understand it's not difficult to figure out. Brian Flores not difficult to figure out, and I love it because you got your boy Bobby Skinner who won our
stupid giant Twitter post.
Shout out Bobby.
Talking about all the exotic packages and there was nothing exotic about it. We talked about it earlier in the show. They would look like they were going to rush 5 or 6 and drop 2 into coverage. That's not exotic. That's not an exotic blitz package. It's confusing for a rookie who does not have the ability and understanding how to read an NFL defense when he's kept in the pocket. It's exotic. But it's not exotic for a standard NFL quarterback to say, hey, listen, they were showing a blitz and they dropped 2 into coverage.
Brian Flores, just in general, though, against rookie quarterbacks, is now 11-1, but he's dominant when playing them. And I was actually, back in 2022 when they were doing the whole head coach search, I was actually one of the people that wanted Brian Flores. You guys wouldn't know, I wasn't on here, but I wanted Brian Flores. So the whole lawsuit happened, and then
someone on this channel right now wanted Ryan Poles and Brian Flores.
Ryan, you wanted Ryan Poles? I wanted Adam Peters.
No, I wanted Ryan Poles. Well, if you want Adam Peters, but I said Ryan Poles would be the perfect fit for this giant organization. I did a whole video about it. That's why I tell you. That's why you got the receipts and the deleted tweets.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that because obviously I wasn't around here back then. But no, that would have worked out much better, it seems. But I had my order for GM as Adam Peters, Ryan Poles, then Joe Schoen.
I didn't even have Joe Schoen on my list.
Really? I don't. I mean, you were right then about Joe Schoen because he's hopefully fired in 2 weeks from today. But I don't think he's going to be.
Michael says, "Hey Tim, get in the building. You're not the curse of the Giants. You're voice of truth, and will be missed. Any chance of coming back if we get competitive? No. I've already said this is how I come back. It's very simple rules. You fire Brian Daboll, check. You fire Joe Schoen, check.
Well,
you what? They fired Joe Schoen?
Not a check yet.
I was like, what, dude? I was like, I'm waiting for him. I am literally, there's still 160 people watching, but I'm literally waiting for Joe Schoen to get fired. I am literally sitting here. I have so much other shit to do, but I'm literally sitting here waiting for Joe Schoen to get fired. It's going to be a bad dog 24-hour stream because I'm not going to leave until he gets fired. You fire Joe Schoen, trade Dart, draft Mendoza, then I stay.
That would honestly be your dream scenario. Does it matter who they hire? to replace Shane and Daboll? Like, if it's a bad hire, would you?
It would have to be a real bad hire. It would have to be a Joe Schoen, Brian Daboll-esque hire.
Okay. Yeah, I want Mike McCarthy, and I know you want McCarthy too.
I'm down with McCarthy's. 36 wins in 3 seasons, 15 losses, he won the division twice. Yeah, he lost, and he only has 1 playoff win in that time. But I've said this before, and even my loving wife brought this up. Only 1 team each year wins the Super Bowl. So there's 31 other losers every year.
And I'd rather get to the playoffs than be where we are right now every year consistently. And the other thing I want to mention real quick, Marcus Freeman, you guys were bringing him up earlier. He would be, in my opinion, a bad hire, like a really bad hire.
Never brought up Marcus Freeman. I hate Marcus Freeman.
No, I know someone talked about it earlier. I think it was Philosopher.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the Philosopher. But I don't hate Marcus Freeman. I think Marcus Freeman is one of the most overhyped college coaches there is right now. And he does not have an impressive body of work outside of a season at Notre Dame.
And he has no NFL coaching experience at all.
Yeah. So
definitely out on Freeman. I think Mike McCarthy would be he's my top guy right now. And then I would like Flores, but there's no way that's happening, obviously. So
I love this from Chode Sports. They just said J Sports goes breaking news: Giants are hiring Dave Gettleman.
Yeah, I mean it's an upgrade.
I gotta go. I gotta shovel a few feet of snow. Merry Christmas! I hope you all have wonderful owners under the tree. I hope so too. They're not far. I know they're not firing. I know they're not firing Joe Schoen. I know they're not. That's why I'm not staying because I cannot deal with another year. Okay, Ryan. I really have to go because I've been on way too long. I keep saying that because I got so much to do. Ryan, I need to talk to you about this because you and I have been around since training camp.
Camp.
Yeah, we have OTAs. No, but we went to camp together.
Yeah, no, we will every day.
Every day we went to camp. We listened to the Giant fans, and I'm not saying anything bad about you, but all through training camp, all through OTAs, all through preseason, I've heard from you, and I've heard from a lot of other people, all the talent that was on this roster, how talented this roster was, and how much better they looked than last year. And I kept telling people, I don't see it. And we watched parts of camp where Tracy and Scattaboo were running wild through the Giant defense. And I brought up at that point in time, and everyone told me I was being mean, that are they really that good? Or is it just because the Giant run defense is still that bad?
Yeah.
I brought that up a bunch of times. And I heard Joe Schoen, Cam Scattaboo, and all these other players, Drew Phillips, Tyler Newman, all these players from you and other people, how wonderful these guys are. And I kept saying, I don't see it. So now towards the end of the season, explain to me what you saw then and what you see now. Because like I said,
okay. So obviously everyone knows that this is my first season, content creating for the Giants, or podcasting for the Giants. I've been a fan since 2016, and obviously since 2020-ish, I would say I really got into it a year or two before that. So I came in excited, first time going to every camp day, and I think I really just got dragged into all the hype, and obviously watching Abdul Carter's film and seeing him, it was hard not to get excited at camp. The spin move, how quick he was off the edge, Jackson Dart, the flashy new toy, the new quarterback of the Giants. You have Cam Scattaboo running through guys in college. It looked, it was exciting. Phillips, I was looking one way at the time, if that makes sense. I was looking, look at his, stats off of last season, his tackle numbers. But, when you look further into it, you realize he gave up catches to have to, get, to stack up those tackle numbers. He gave up a lot of, yards. And we even did a video on New York Giants Generations during the summer where I think we compared either last year's Giants to the 2011 or 2008, something like that, Giants. And, I was so dragged into the hype that I bought in. And so they're nowhere near last year's Giants. They're worse now. Now looking back, they're worse. And you said they were closer to last year. So I will say that the one good thing that came out of this season is I got a very good, valuable lesson for my future in Giants podcasting. Don't buy into the hype. Don't listen to any other Giant fans. Just go by what you see on the field and look into the actual play of each player. So, like, for example, Drew Phillips, don't look into his stats. Don't look at his grades. Watch the film. Look at, just go back, think about what happened during the games, him giving up the catches, and see that the tackles were because of that. So that's what I'm going to take into next season, and I'm going to be a lot more like you in a way, I guess. Not negative, but realistic, if that makes sense. Like, looking at it from a football way. Yeah, because I know some people call you negative, but it's just that there's so much negative on this team. But that's that's my lesson from this season, and then I'm going to take into the off season and the rest of this season.
Speaking of that wonderful show, Giant Generations, should we talk about Dexter Lawrence?
Well, I think we should trade him this off season.
Should we talk about Dexter Lawrence? How you vehemently defended his play?
That was the first episode,
and I kept telling you over and over again: is he a really good player on a bad team, or would he just be a good player on a good team?
Well, you changed my opinion in that episode. Right by the end, I was like,
yeah, but towards the end I did, but you were
very I was fighting
about
no, he's been awful. He's just been
I don't think you want to go back to Giant Generations because everything that you told me at one point in time. Well, we're 1-1-1 now, or what you used to do. And I go back and look at the episodes, and I'm like, Ryan, you were like 0-17.
And and now we'd be agreeing on everything based on, except for, there's some things obviously, but because now I'm actually looking at it, not taking anything into account, what I see posted and stuff, just watching football and from a football standpoint and what I'm seeing from these guys and from the team. And that's why, this upcoming off season and next training camp, my content is going to be a lot more not as happy as some other the fans. Like, there's going to be some podcasters and content creators that are going to be like, new coach, new GM, we're going to win 9 games this year. I'm not going to be like that.
My favorite episode, I had to go back. One of my favorite episodes was 2025 New York Giants, 2011 vibe, or 2024 repeat. I think we know which one was right on that one. And my other favorite one was when we went through in reference to aura.
Oh, God.
Then we went through the aura episode and how the aura and the vibe is just so, and young Ryan, I have to give to his credit. Young Ryan talked all about aura and vibe, and these players, they have this aura. They have this moxie about them. And I kept telling Ryan, it's a former player, that don't mean shit. You mean you could have all the aura you want, but you still need to play.
Yeah,
I wish I have to replay that whole episode because that was a great episode I even have Carl Banks at one point talking about the aura of the New York Giants when he came on the first time.
Oh, in August, the August 3rd or whatever, the day I went on the cruise. Yeah.
Yes.
I ended up seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. We laughed about it because he talked about and I love it because this way he said, he goes, you mean the aura of the New York Giants?
Well, did you see yesterday the Giants in-house media team was actually saying how there's not enough pieces on this team and they didn't do a good job enough job building it. So that's the only hope I'm holding out. Joe Schoen gets fired, that the in-house biased media is talking about how there's not enough pieces and this team wasn't built correctly.
I want you to explain one thing to me, then I really do have to go because I have to make lunch and I'm very late making lunch. I want you to explain one thing to me because it's about the aura. It's about Jackson Dart's aura. So we have the whole story of the necklace, the chain, how it's from there's so many different stories, but the actual story is from Jackson Dart. If you listen to his story from Ole Miss, came home from Ole Miss, he saw in his sister's room, he tried it on, he took it because he liked it. Then there was this whole giant thing that came around that said, no, it's sentimental for him about his sister and this and that. So it comes off during the game. So sentimental, he just takes it and chucks it over the sideline, whips it over the sideline.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
So,
when I actually saw that, I was like, wait a second, isn't it supposed to be?
I'm gonna call it once again. I'm calling it again bullshit. I wish because we had I never came up with the bullshit button, but I need to bullshit. Calling bullshit.
Yeah, no, I don't. Seeing that, I was like, wait a second, isn't that supposed to be a chain that you take care of and not just throw to Gunnar Olszewski?
Whipped it at Gunnar Olszewski,
and Gunnar was like,
yeah,
but yeah. So I would say that this was being the youngest Giants content creator, it was a big lesson from the first season. So that
ECK Sports is the youngest content creator. He's like 12 now, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
ECK Sports. He used to be a Giant content creator. He came on the show a couple times.
Oh, is he still a?
He does wiffle ball league.
Okay, so I'm the current Giants youngest content creator.
Okay.
So, good lesson out of season 1. Got just hit 300 subs. So now we're and I'm doing a lot more lives. So it's gonna be better, and the opinions are gonna be more factual. That's a good way to put it.
I like
factual.
I like that Ryan is going to be more factual. Who's sending me a chat?
So yeah, it's gonna be more of a football based show instead of just like the hopes and the fan side of things. Like there'll be some, obviously, as a fan of the team, I'm gonna when I talk about them, we'll give my takes and my opinions. It's gonna be football based.
I like it, Ryan. I like it. For those, now you can go follow Ryan's Big Blue podcast. Shout
out Iron.
Send send the link to young Ryan's spot. No, I'm not doing that, Iron. You're not allowed to go to Ryan's Big Blue podcast. You're not allowed to. All right, I'm gonna put the link. Hold on, I'm gonna do it just for Iron. Hold on. I got shit to do, man. It's Christmas. I got a tree to put up. Can't be sending the links out to Ryan's page because then people.
Well, it's the protege. It's the once you leave, hopefully something happens. You like the head coach, you like the GM hire, and they you end up staying. But once you leave, I'm gonna be the only one they have to go to for, I guess, factual content moving forward, because I'd say that's the biggest change on Ryan's Big Blue podcast post hiatus.
There you go. There you go, Mr. There you go, Iron. There you go. It's I didn't ask him about Bear Grylls. I didn't know he's in. I got a lot. Iron, you're gonna have to come back because I got a lot to ask. Because you're Iron Bear Grylls. So do you like Bear Grylls? And you're 187. We all know 187 is the police code for homicide. So I'm just throwing Ryan.
All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know you don't know 187 because you don't. You probably didn't live where people like. I'm only assuming where Iron and I live, because I tell people all the time he used to live in Trenton, New Jersey.
Oh my God, Iron is literally a twin. Look what he just said.
What did he say
in the chat about me?
Ryan is a Padawan. Yes, Ryan is a Padawan. God.
You say it's like you cloned yourself and just.
I cloned myself, and yeah, but here's the thing about Ryan, though. Here's my last thing about Jackson Dart, because I really do have to go. Can he take the stupid thing off his fucking face? Can he take the black off the face? Then he comes out and says, well, it's because it's for Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker killed all the Sand People, killed all the Padawans, and got cut in half by Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And turned into Darth Vader. That's probably not something you want to say is, that's what I do it for.
So you don't like the eye black?
I think it's stupid. We've said this before. I always go back to the scene from Bull Durham when Crash sees the fungus on Nuke LaLoosh's shower shoes. And he says, when you win 20 in the show, you can then have fungus on your shower shoes because then the media will call you colorful. When you're a loser, they just think you're a slob. And Jackson Dart can do all these things that he wants to do, but he is a 2-game winner in the NFL on one of the worst teams in the league. I'm tired of his Zach from Zach and Slater moments at the podium with him fixing his hair and these weird coats that he wears, which I think he stole from his sister. Try
He
winning.
seems to get his fashion. That's where he seems to get his fashion.
I don't know where he gets his fashion from. I don't know, Ryan. But
would you ever wear that coat? If the Giants do that plan, okay, you know what? This is the last thing. If the Giants do what you said, that they fire Shane, they what was it? Draft Mendoza.
Okay.
Are you gonna come and you stay? The live stream after they do that, the day after the draft, you have to wear one of a coat similar to what Jackson Dart wore and black eye paint.
No, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's the thing. My very first draft live stream, you weren't around, but the very first one, I did the entire draft live stream dressed as Elvis Presley.
I got to go back and see that.
Second, the one that I did for the Knicks, I wore the orange tuxedo from Lloyd in Dumb and Dumber. I wore his entire orange tuxedo. I will bring back Elvis. And I still have the coat. I still have the wig. I still have the glass. I have everything. I will bring back Elvis. And I will stream the entire year as Elvis Presley.
All right. Because it's probably not going to happen, that whole scenario. But that's good. That's a deal.
Oh, here we go. My father was a former police, hence 187. Okay. Iron Grills was my moniker when I used to. Oh, okay. All right. Would have been better if you came on and told us. It's called Iron Man because it's called
Giants guy. Giants guy said you were right.
Good. He knows. I don't know who Giant guy is, but he's right. You were right. You're right about Dart is trash. Thank you. But here's the point we're going to bring up about Jackson Dart in all of its flair and flamboyantness.
Your shower shoes have fungus on them. You'll never make it to the bigs with fungus on your shower shoes. Think classy, you'll be classy. If you win 20 in the show, you can let the fungus grow back on your shower shoes and the press will think you're colorful. Until you win 20 in the show, however, means you're a slob.
That is the venerable Crash Davis.
What's that from?
Bull Durham.
Oh, okay.
Bull Durham, Crash Davis, Kevin Costner. So, Nuke Lelouch. But thank you, 187. Now we got that. Understand?
Iron's like the best thing that to happen this Giant season.
He really is. I think Iron right now, I can't because James Williams will get mad at me. But Iron might have to come in the circle of friends. But I always tell people that if someone comes into the circle of friends, somebody has to leave.
Yeah.
So because I have too many fucking text messages. I can't have any more friends. How many? We're actually good today. We're only at 88 today. See, we only have 88 text messages today.
Not as high as usual.
No, usually it's around 300. We only have 80. Well, I went through my messages, but we only have 88 text messages today.
I'm gonna go spam you.
I think sometimes some people do. I call that serial texting because James does that to me. He doesn't put it in one text. It's ba-bling, ba-bling,
I do that.
ba-bling, ba-bling, ba-bling. So then he gets blocked. I'm honored. Genuinely, cheers. Go over to Ryan's show. All right, I gotta go, guys. I got a lot to do. It's Christmas. It's holiday. I don't have the tree up yet. I have one tree up. I gotta go put the other tree up, and I got it out. But I gotta go walk the dogs. I gotta go feed the wife. Gotta check on the sick kids. So just another and I need some more coffee.
If you're home, if you're home next Sunday, pregame show, 11 a.m. on Ryan's Big Blue Podcast.
Hold on. What's next Sunday? What's the date?
27.
The 27th.
28th.
I will be home.
All right. We'll set the pregame show up.
I will be home. The third, I'm at MSG. The 3rd and the 6th, I'm at MSG. But I will be home on the 28th.
All right, we'll do the pregame show.
I will be on Ryan's Big Blue Podcast. EC. You're a giant. You're an Eagle fan. You're an Eagle fan. I love you, brother. I know you are. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you, brother. I've been on your show before. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you, brother. I just don't get to talk to Ryan. So, but I will be on Ryan's Big Blue Podcast on whatever day that is. Sunday this Sunday
for the Tank Bowl. Raiders Giants.
We're doing it for the Tank. Love Dart. Love Scatterboo. Love Neighbors. Love Johnson. I don't like any of them. I like Neighbors.
You like Johnson?
It is what it is. Theo Johnson, man. Not even gonna get into Theo Johnson because I was right about.
He's awful.
I was right about that too, but we don't want to talk about everything. I think, and I skipped over it, and I shouldn't have skipped over it from OG Knockout, because OG Knockout was he actually had he had a great post, and I don't know where it was because there's too many fucking posts. Wish there was a way you could just type in stuff and say, "Show me this post."
A keyword.
Yeah, keyword search. OG Knockout said, oh, here we go. Tim has been right 88% of the time right now, this team, since I've been following him. That's facts.
And Malik Willis might be turning a page for you there.
It's already done. When Tom Brady and other players are like, he is too good to be a backup, and now they're saying there are 5 teams that will be bidding for him in the offseason, that at 26 years old, that and this is what I told people about, and I really got to go. This is what I told people about Malik Willis.
If the Giants signed him, would you be?
No, no, because they would.
I know they wouldn't do that.
But my thing with Malik Willis was this: I told everyone this, and everyone misquotes me on this. Like, you said you should take him first overall. No, I never said that. I said I would take him in the 3rd or the 5th round. What I said was, you need to sit him the entire rookie season.
Like a Jordan Love.
You need to fucking redshirt him, never see the field. Go against every instinct that you had in reference to playing him, and never let him see the field, because he needed at least a year to learn the NFL. Then slowly bring him in by year 2 and 3. And I even said by year 4, he's probably going to be spectacular. So now you look at it, well, we're kind of heading down that path in year 4 already, because of the fact that he needed to learn how to be an NFL quarterback, but he had all the physical intangibles that I have not seen in a quarterback in 20 years. And that's what I told people. But everyone always says, you said we should draft him. I said, no, I said, yes, we should draft him. I never said draft him in the 1st round.
Shout out to Iron.
I said draft him later in the draft, but nobody ever wants to. Just subscribe to Young Ryan. I got a lot of videos of Cap and Chop on. Looking forward to it, kid.
Shout out Iron.
Big shout out. And then we got Big Greg coming all the way. What's up, Big Greg? I really got to get out of here. Big Greg. Big T, you were right Tim. Big T, you were right even when you were wrong. Oh, no, I admit when I'm wrong, which is hardly ever. But I admit it. I thought Ryan was going to be good, and look at that. Hey, sorry about that. Go subscribe to Young Ryan's. Iron Bear Grylls is going to be my new co-host, so make sure you stay tuned for that. That's going to be fun. But I will be on Ryan's show at 11 o'clock on Sunday.
Yep.
Are you actually going to have a show? Because every time you invite me on, you don't have a show.
Live pregame show. I do live shows now a lot of the time. So
all right, I'm just making sure. I want to thank the 152 people that are still hanging out watching this garbage. There must be nothing else on. Joe Schoen has not gotten fired. Ryan just did a video, said Giants was fired. Joe Schoen. Now the full rant. Make sure you stay tuned for that.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Go watch it now, because I'm out of here. And as always, like, subscribe, Mighty FanDuel, blah blah blah. Believe, soon to be a Sauna show, Sauna company.
Oh yeah, stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. Once they put the sauna in my house, then we'll announce it. But I do love the sauna in the box they sent me. And we're out of here. Peace. Oh, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Everything and everyone else. I'm probably not going to be on until Ryan's show. So I hope everyone has a safe, fun-filled holiday.
And sub to Knicks Unleashed.
Thank you very much. I forgot about that, because I am starving right now, and I do have to do a Knicks Unleashed video. Greatest video ever. And you know what, guys? Peace.